video. What it is, pimp?
Hey y'all, gangster, tell me how you do it. Jingle bells.
How long is that video?
Um, the one I sent you, I think, is 11 minutes.
Oh, shoot.
It's not that long. I think I tried to send you the shortest version, like straight to the point.
So
Because
it's
it's
too long.
actually
Too
the
long to play on here.
entire thing is actually probably like, I mean, without all the extras, like getting to them talking, it's about 30, 35. But getting to right where they start getting into it, I got you down to about 10, 11.
All right.
Thug
Did
life.
you go to Walmart today?
What you say?
Did you go to Walmart today?
Please. I went to Walmart yesterday.
That's a good time to go, wasn't it?
I went yesterday. No, I ain't went to Walmart, but it wasn't on purpose. I just didn't need anything. But I wasn't purposely not going to the store. I wasn't worried about that boycott shit because it didn't make sense to me.
You know, my family. We have a family. We got several family chats. My mom is the queen of making group chats, and so
Okay.
we got so many different family chats. But they was all the ladies in there, uh, you know, copying and pasting the messages you get. Make sure you don't buy this and don't do that and all that stuff. So this morning I texted them and I said, I said, "Good morning, my favorite." Did I say darkies? Let me matter of fact read my text. Oh shoot! I said, "Good morning, my favorite colored folks." Question: did y'all accomplish y'all goal for yesterday that y'all were trying to accomplish by not purchasing anything?
Mhm.
And so one of my aunties, she's in there, and it was just me and her going back and forth. Nobody else answered. I guess they didn't feel like dealing with my nonsense this morning. It's, they say I start some nonsense every morning, so I guess they ain't feel like dealing with me this morning. But me and my auntie was going back and forth. I was telling her to come on the show so we can talk about it
Mhm.
because she was talking about uh she said she did it, but I was like, no, what was the goal was my question. I said, what was
Mhm.
y'all supposed to what was it supposed to do for you darkies? That's what I said.
Okay.
She said last night after 20 years, oh, she got to talk about some about a stool and stuff that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. I was
Lord.
trying to figure out what the hell she was talking about. She talking about
Mhm.
her stool broke last night after 20 years and all this old craziness being then she then she went to answer my question. She said, I believe it was to show that we were really had the power, the consumers when it comes to the rich. Maybe a statement for the Trump administration. Then she asked me, what do you think it was for? So my
Okay.
response was, I think it was another stupid idea by the blacks that blacks came up with that truly made no sense and had zero effect on anything.
All right.
Then I said, I'm going to discuss it on the podcast tonight. You should come on the panel and give your insight on the matter.
Mhm.
And then we went back and forth with some more stuff.
Mhm.
But I didn't want to say too much about what my thoughts actually was. So I kind of told her to come on the show again. But she went on to say something about it being programming and You know how the whites are programming y'all blacks and all that
Huh?
type of stuff.
They they still programming us in 2025.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess
It
they
ain't gonna
is. But,
stop.
who? Okay, so would Al Sharpton be one of the programmers then, or one of their little minions for programming?
Well, you know
Because
he's
this supposedly was his idea.
they say they probably say like he was what they call him, a plant.
Yeah, industry plant. Yeah, yeah, that's what they could be
Yeah,
called.
exactly. Yeah, he was an industry plant. Know how that go.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm off organization, but I don't. I mean, why not? This is what didn't make. I'm gonna start right here with what didn't make sense. Why do it on the day nobody expects for anybody to be spending that much money anyway, which is the last day of the month?
I guess they
Like,
was trying to get it out before
well,
Black History Month ended or something.
they did one already. This was the second one, wasn't it?
I think so. I don't know. You know, I kind of ignore y'all blacks, so I really don't know.
Told you I'm a rich
Hold
one.
on, my wife wanted to decide to call. We start the show.
Hey, Sheldon, unmute yourself.
Hey,
Yeah,
Steve, how are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm a little chilly.
I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the camera. I don't know how long you been right there.
I ain't been that long. I
Okay,
ain't 2 minutes.
okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's good.
I'm doing well. Sitting here, taking it all in.
Okay.
The news cycle moving so fast, you can't even.
Mm.
We were just talking about the financial blackout or whatever. Yeah, the financial blackout.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? Did First of all, did you participate
No, I did not. I purchased.
purposely or just?
Well, no, I just went in a dollar store and got a couple of items. I wouldn't be honest with you. I wasn't even thinking about it. That's about the only thing I bought them.
What
But
do you? Go ahead.
um, some stuff I just don't get on board with. Now if it's really something of substance, then yeah, but that financial blackout shit, they done tried that 2 or 3 times. People need shit. You don't know. I mean, it was a good idea, don't get me wrong, but nah, it's bigger fish to fry than that shit.
I would think so, and I don't think that even if they even doing it, I don't think they really thought about making a financial impact. Like, why would you do it on the day? Like I was asking Jerome, why would you do it on the day that's the last day of the month? Most people don't shop, especially um, EBT recipients. They don't got no more stamps by the end of the month. Usually,
Mm-hmm.
most people um, payday cycle is somewhere towards the beginning of the month. So usually at the end of the month, I would beg to question if the average citizen or average person does that much shopping on the last day of the month anyway. So and then the first comes and then everybody gets their food stamps and all of that stuff. So they come in the store the very next day.
Mm-hmm.
How much impact would you make doing it that way? Like if you could get these niggas to not want to buy no PlayStation every year and a brand new TV, I would think it would be more effective. And I had this thought, but I also saw it out there somewhere else, so I don't want to just claim it as only mine. But
Mm-hmm.
that somewhere like from Black Friday all the way to January 2nd, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't shop because they looking for them, they counting those dollars then because there's a certain expectation, and they always measure it every year. Sales were up this much for the holidays, blah blah blah, every year. On an average regular schmegler day, how much impact are you really making?
Um,
I don't think any. So
yeah, I was gonna say not a whole hell of a lot.
One of the reasons it was so stupid was they said, all right, well, if you need to get something, get it today and don't do no shopping tomorrow. It's like, well, their bottom line is still the same. Just because you
correct,
give it all to them on the front end ain't hurting them.
Right.
right.
Makes absolutely no sense.
I,
And
I,
then I'm
I,
trying to figure out, Sheldon, do you know what they were trying to accomplish? I mean, what's the end goal? What they trying to get from doing this?
I don't know. If I had to make an educated guess, I would assume that they were trying to make some sort of financial impact on the economy. But you niggas ain't spending enough money to make a financial impact your goddamn way. So
I mean, even if they is, what are we trying to say to them? Like, or see if they were trying to now when the inflation was so high, and if they would have came up with something like this and be like, hey, no, funk that. Let's
what
not shop for the next 6 months, something like that to get
it's
inflation down, that would have made sense. But if you're just trying to show them, hey, we the ones, you know,
but it this ain't the first time this has happened. This has happened a few times, not in a couple of past years or so. So, and I think the other ones had more of a substantial backing than this did. Like you say, what was it for? What purpose was it supposed to serve when it was all said and done?
Well, originally they said it was supposed to be all about protesting the companies that opted out of DEI,
so
which
they
still
trying to
don't,
say they want DEI back.
right, which
Hmm.
still don't make no sense because that really benefits us the least. Like we're the least on the totem pole when it comes to that. So
So,
and not for reasons that they try to talk about or propagate. I think we do the most damage to ourselves before we even get out of high school, or by the time we get out of high school. And if you're not going nowhere but to jail or you dead before you 21, how much can DEI apply to you anyway?
mhm.
And then on top of that, one city I saw, I can't remember which city it was, but they picked a day and they went to Target and they just said, we're going to buy all the black people's products in here, all black products, and
Mm-hmm.
buy them up. Which still didn't make any sense because Target is still going to get most of the percentage of those sales. If you wanted to make a bigger impact about that, or if you wanted to help black businesses, you should just go to that black business directly to their website and
Exactly.
purchase everything. Why buying it from Target? How are you hurting Target by buying up
Exactly.
all their
Target
stuff?
had already bought it from the person.
Mhm.
That's retarded.
So
That's what I'm saying. It's so crazy. All of it is crazy. And even if it was for the DEI thing, if that's going to impact the folks that was doing the hiring or whatever they doing with the DEI, just because they got rid of DEI doesn't mean the company still can't use DEI in their favor. It's just saying Trump just got rid of it to where you don't have to do it.
Mhm.
So
right.
if a company want to hire you just because you black, they still can do it. or
Right.
you know what I mean, or they want to hire so many handicap or disabled or whatever the case, they still can do it. So it makes no it makes no sense that
For me to
they're
have to get
thinking,
for me to have to get behind something, and I may come across as a very knowledgeable person, but it gotta have
Ah, my bad.
you like that.
I did.
It gotta have some sort of substance behind it. I'm not just gonna jump on the bandwagon because they say, "Hey, do this particular day." Why are we doing this? What is the goal that's going to be accomplished? I'm not gonna be just doing shit just because somebody say, "Hey, y'all, I got an idea." Man, you be looking dumb as shit.
Like
I'm not jumping behind nothing a bunch of colored folks
a
is doing.
bunch of niggas.
That's for sure.
I
Man, that
mean, and just come out of nowhere. And
man.
I'm just, I'm so sorry. And I understand that, we still have a long way to go in this country as Black people, things we need we want to accomplish. But some of this shit just ain't it. You know what I
Nope.
mean? And jumping up and down with this selective outrage, you know what I mean? Y'all know how I feel. Until we upset about what the fuck is going on in our own communities, in our own families, with the stupid shit that we running around or portrayed to be doing. I don't want to hear about all this bullshit on this major scale that we really making some type of impact to these YT folks. I mean, I just don't get it, and
Mm-hmm.
it just don't make sense. Like you mad about this, but you're not mad about that. And
Man,
most of the things that they not mad about are the things that they can actually have a direct impact on.
man,
You
man.
know, they ain't nobody got nothing to say about gang banging. It's just we just gonna keep sweeping that shit under the rug, and we gonna talk about how many. What always trying to compare numbers, and I meant to look that up the other day. How many um, times we've been killed in police brutality or some shit like that, but we're not counting the numbers for how many we've killed amongst each other just in our cities and neighborhoods on a day-to-day basis
Mm-hmm.
in thug life.
Mm-hmm. Man. Once again, people put their focus on the wrong shit sometimes, as opposed to what really needs to be what really the focus needs to be put it on. Like I say, the first time somebody say something and somebody think it's a good idea, all they have to do is get two or three people's attention and in their ear, and now all of a sudden everybody on board. Hey, you got the right to stand up for what you want to stand up for, but you ain't got to fight every fight.
Right.
Yeah. And first, and train for every fight before you fight. That's
Well,
the main thing.
well,
Don't
that
get
too.
knocked out, nigga. Learn
Right,
how to fight first.
right.
Niggas come up with these silly ass ideas, thinking they done came up with something smart. They be looking dumb.
Very much so.
Now, if I was white, if I was the white folks and the rich folks and all that, what I would do, since you niggas want to be so smart, if I was the distribution centers and all that, I quit uh selling certain products and distributing certain products, all black products for a year, and we'll see who it hurts the most.
Well,
Like
sometimes you got to be careful what you ask for. You just might get it.
that's my point. I'm like,
You hear me?
it's like y'all niggas always trying to fight against these white folks for no reason, man. That niggas use all kind of stuff to kind of
To have a
have an
problem.
excuse to why they're not where they should be or where they feel they could be.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like that,
Yeah,
like
because
you
lack of
said,
no accountability. Like we literally, like for real, are the biggest. What do you call them? Like we play victim about every goddamn thing.
everything.
It's like that's the go to. Everything we a victim of. We have everything that happened. Everything we got to play the victim part in everything. We don't take accountability for shit.
No,
Everything goes straight to race. And sometimes it's really just your dumb ass did some dumb ass shit that day. and you suffered your own dumbass consequences.
more or less.
And like I said, I could understand. I could actually kind of sort of believe some of it if blacks from other countries didn't come over here and immediately just make themselves millionaires within 5-10 years. It would make kind of sense if that wasn't possible. But everybody come over here and make a good living. And niggas that been here all this time can't. And they the same color. Well, white folks don't see us no different when they see us. They
Nope.
don't know we African or American until we start speaking.
All y'all is niggas.
Yeah,
I'll
all
be a
y'all.
nigga all day. I still don't think that everything got to do with all of that that's going to stop my progress.
Man,
Not now, not in these days and age. Not today.
man, listen. We can make millions of dollars without even leaving our own home. I don't
Not
want to hear shit from no niggas about how we systemic racism and all this shit keeping us back. Nigga, we can make millions off of doing this podcast right now.
yeah.
And so how can a white man be keeping anybody back?
Well, if you keep the mindset of always thinking that there's a invincible obstacle in front of you and you working out of fear, you're not going to apply yourself and have ambition in the first place. And that's a problem as well in our community.
Yeah, we
It's
don't
like
want to work.
we're always telling each other what we can't do or make everything seem so goddamn difficult when it's nothing but one step at a time, follow order of procedure, and 9 times out of 10, with persistence, you will achieve your goal. I
Well,
mean, it ain't. I mean, all these. If we can get Jasmine Crockett standing up there looking more ghetto than any black female politician that I've ever seen, I know good and hell well you can't tell me nothing else.
They had
And
to be DEI.
it's not like she shook her attitude, or you know what I mean. Not like she went up there and she started speaking in this perfect vernacular, and I'm gonna act white and be all of that. No, she up there like a straight up hood rat, talking like a hood rat, looking like a rat,
Like a bull dagger.
and worth millions of motherfucking dollars in Congress yapping. So you can't tell me about all the rest of that drama and then tell me that I can't go get me no eggs. That's when they should have been protesting.
What on eggs?
No, for real. First time you went in the damn store and eggs was $10.
that's the LA shit. I mean, they ain't cheap here, but ain't no motherfucking $10. Goodness
Well,
gracious.
whatever it is that's uncomfortable for the norm in any city. Once y'all, because I know they were complaining about eggs across the country. So whatever it is
They're
that
expensive.
is uncomfortable
Ours
for,
$5 or something.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. If y'all used to $1 eggs and now the eggs is $4, that's still inflation.
Man, listen, 5 years ago at all this, it was 39 cents on sale.
Not no more.
39 cents.
So
Regular price
stop
was
buying eggs.
99 cents for large
We ain't,
eggs.
we ain't coming up in here buying no more, shopping no more until y'all bring the eggs down. And eggs is like one of the top gross selling. That's like what they call it, part of our GDP, gross domestic product.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of something. It's popular enough for motherfuckers to be crying about it.
Well, see, you have to understand that it's just certain shit that the world can't live without. Gas, oil, egg,
Eggs.
little shit like that. Like you say, uh, you find eggs in primarily almost every damn thing.
Hmm.
You know, so we could toy with the prices of certain shit, and people really might complain, but they're going to still get it because it's a necessity. It's not
Gotta have it, right?
Especially
so
that gas.
right. Oh well, they can motherfucking gas can go up $20 a gallon, and motherfuckers gonna still have to manage to buy it if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Still be able to commute around on any level. You know, but Like they tried to do the little don't buy no gas on a particular day before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get your gas the day before, get your gas the day after. Well, that's really not gonna make no motherfucking difference. I just made a whole lot of motherfucking money the day before, or I just waited till you niggas waited the day after, and I still made all this fucking money.
Exactly.
Get
That was
behind,
my point.
get behind something that's gonna be of substance. Boycotting and shit, that's a great idea, and I'm not gonna ever say that it's not. But you got to pick your battles.
And so, do you think that, like I say, they have? We were talking about industry plants and what they call them, the gatekeepers and all of those different things.
Mm-hmm.
When do you think we're gonna get out of the mindset of being followers of those people like that? Like, do you find it odd that with all the bullshit that Al Sharpton has misguided black folks on, in my opinion, allegedly, don't sue me. Because I'm just gonna say for myself, I haven't really seen too much progress or productivity from nothing Al Sharpton has done. I've always seen it always seems like he's race baiting and always hyping up something for whatever his motives are. Usually 9 times out of 10, I'm quite sure to get some money. Just like he was one of the people that got paid in the Kamala Harris campaign to pump up her as a black woman and vote for her because she a black woman type shit. When
Mm-hmm.
are black people going to start thinking for themselves instead of just being straight like followers and puppets? Like you can just dangle this in front of them and say a certain couple key words, and then here come all the black people talking about, yeah, we're gonna do this
Well,
instead of go ahead.
well, you need uh, uh, a leader. We just don't have none in this day and age. I haven't heard Al Sharpton's name really publicly in such a long time, but he's been known to pop up. You know what I'm saying, when the cameras are on. So, and you know, is he really? And probably back in the day, he probably had more substantial shit to say. But like you say, now it's more so. Let me get in front of the camera. Let me take this opportunity to bring attention to myself. But there are no leaders. And even if you put a leader in front of some of these motherfuckers, they still wouldn't listen. Even if the motherfucker's saying something that has some sort of a backbone to, because motherfuckers is too busy. Oh, this motherfucker don't know what he talking about, and she don't know what she talking about. Hey, let me tell you something. If it don't sound good to you, then don't get behind it.
Right.
If it makes sense to you, give it a moment, give it a listen, and see if it makes more sense to want to get involved. But more people nowadays, you just can't tell them shit regardless. So if we did have leaders, they wouldn't motherfucker. They question everything the motherfucker said.
The difference in now and then, when we did have leaders, is the difference now is blacks love money too much. So
Right.
even if we had a decent leader, they could be bought out to mislead their people anyway.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
So we had leaders like Malcolm X and Martin Luther is because the white folks couldn't buy them out with money to mislead their people. They really cared about their people.
You can buy these niggas.
Our leaders nowadays are celebrities, but they're so easily bought out that none of them will can actually be real leaders.
You could buy these.
So Kendrick Lamar would be a leader nowadays.
But you know why he couldn't? Because you have so many people saying, well, his message don't come across right. Well, you not listening to the motherfucking message. Listen to the message and see if it makes sense. Don't just sit back and say, listen to what somebody else said. I personally like the guy. But see, I only like him because he's an artist. I don't give a fuck about what he's doing on the other side of the microphone. Because that's when you start getting disappointed. When you finding out motherfuckers is peeing on little girls and all that kind of shit there. Don't get in behind motherfucker. Don't go too far into a motherfucker's lifestyle and get disappointed. They say never meet your fucking your the fuck, how does that shit go? Uh Fuck, I can't even think of how the fucking phrase go. But never meet the motherfucker that you look up to. Never get really involved in what the fuck they got going on. Cause just cause I can sing or just cause I can dribble a basketball don't mean I ain't got motherfucking demons in my closet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you hit it on the nail when you said like. I think that in the black community, we quick to pit each other against each other. So if you got a certain amount of people who say, I don't like this person, regardless of their message, a lot of black folks gonna get stuck on, well, my friends don't like them, so I don't like them, and don't
Exactly.
even give it a chance.
Exactly.
And then like if you see on Facebook and Instagram, a lot of times you see those one must go. So I have Michael Jackson, Prince, R. Kelly,
Mm-hmm.
and two other black people, and they always say one must go. It's always you got to choose one or the other for some reason in the black community.
Well,
Like
here's
I don't never see them comparing one of them must go. So let's go with Elvis Presley, and 4, 5 white folks. You'll never see that nowhere. But in our culture, it's always somebody must go, or either or. It's either this one or that one type shit.
but the crazy part about it is you're not talking about a, someone who's good at something and someone who's bad at something. You always putting up people that have made a name for themselves in the entertainment world. And like you say, you don't see motherfucking who's a better shooter, Dirk Nowitzki or Larry Bird. You know,
For
they
real.
don't they don't put. But guess what? Who's starting that narrative to got these niggas every time you flip a goddamn video, is LeBron James better than Michael Jordan? Well, first of all, those are two different people in two different eras. So you really can't compare. Let's just say for argument's sake that LeBron James is good in his era. Michael Jordan was good in his era. Wilt Chamberlain was good in his era. And leave it at that. Why the fuck do we always got to put our celebrities and our entertainers against one another? Because it
Yep.
keeps you niggas divided.
Yep. There you
But the
go.
niggas is the one doing it.
And
No,
the
I don't
niggas fall
think so.
for
I'm
it.
honest with you. I don't think that niggas is the ones that's really keep pumping that shit. I don't think niggas is that smart. Be honest with you.
They do it because they do it in barbershops and everywhere you go.
But no. Where did that's something that's heard and brought to the barbershops. Conversations really never when you did go to the barbershop. Did you really sit down and debate about who was the better basketball players or who was the best motherfucking entertainers and singers? No.
You know
No.
who the first person I heard say this
But it
was
is.
Charles Barkley. He said he the first person I heard say the best in the world. And he gave LeBron that title.
LeBron James is a fucking bum, man. There's no
I agree.
motherfucking way
Well,
in
I
the
ain't
world.
say a bum, but he ain't
LeBron
doing it.
James is a bum. What the fuck? In 21 motherfucking years, you should be the best at what the fuck you do.
At least that
and
at least the
counting.
most accomplished, huh?
Most accomplished.
And
That's even better. Because there's no motherfucking way in the world you do. Okay, this should end that debate. If you take a test, you took a spelling test in grammar school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had 10 words, right?
mhm,
If you got 6 of them motherfuckers wrong, that's a what? F.
a D. Oh, F, yes.
Ain't no great
Yeah.
motherfucking grade. I can guarantee you that. So what year did LeBron James actually dominate?
Mm, good
Let's be
question.
honest. Now,
I don't think he ever dominated.
thank you.
I was about to say I can't think of when
Let's
he
not take
dominated.
away the fact that he used to be a good athlete. He didn't pass his prime. I was listening to when Kevin Hart had his show on Straight from the Heart. One of the guys made a great fucking point. LeBron James basketball knowledge is 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That shit does not translate to today's game. 20 years ago, look at all the shit that was there then that's not here now, that's been replaced. How the fuck how can he be not, how can he, oh yeah, he's scoring this and he's scoring that because basketball is entertainment. It's not a sport anymore. So they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna allow him to do that to make him relevant. Because LeBron James really ain't made no great accomplishments. Okay, you scored 50,000 points in 21 motherfucking years. Michael Jordan ain't been in the league, what?
Basically 7 years for real.
7 years,
7, 8 years. He was in there like 12 or 13, but he left, came back, didn't really play, all this type of stuff. They count the Wizard years.
You really don't even see Michael Jordan associated with basketball anymore. He make gym shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. He once you retire from your job, do you go back and say, "Oh, you know, I used to be a so and so and so and so"? No, you don't. So let's not get into the motherfucking unnecessary debate about who's the greatest. Just let's say who's the greatest of their time. Because
you know what's crazy about that? I still wouldn't say LeBron is the greatest of his time.
Right.
Kobe was better than him. Shit, there was a lot of people better than him. When he joined the Heat, Dwayne Wade was still better than him.
They compared a motherfucker that's 6'8", 6'9", solid to Steph Curry. Like those they don't even have the same basketball fucking technique.
I think Steph better than him.
They play two different two different positions, and y'all trying to compare this motherfucker to him. But let's be real. LeBron James ain't shit compared to Steph Curry.
Exactly. You talking about basketball and getting points? How you gonna say this man better than him?
Ain't no motherfucker in the world. Anybody can even think that.
And this is just me because my basketball enthusiasm has waned over the years, so I don't watch it as much as I used to. But to my recollection, I don't even recall LeBron James ever, how do I say, carry a team consistently. Like he can have some good games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if like somebody like a Kobe or a Jordan, you know that they guaranteed to act a fool every game unless they sick. They literally have to not even be on the floor. They might have a bad game here or there, but they're consistently a major contribution to their team every game. For me, it seemed like LeBron is kind of hit and miss. He good when he good, and then he ain't when he ain't. You can't never tell when.
I mean, he averaged good numbers, but there's also they don't play no D in this league.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the guys that play against LeBron is starstruck, so they really don't play no D on them. They just if you ever notice most of LeBron's highlights and dunks, ain't nobody even jumping. Nobody's around. None of that. You watch Jordan dunks, he dunking damn near on somebody damn near every dunk. 97% of his dunks, he's dunking on folks. Right. Or going through traffic to get a dunk. All that type of stuff. Right. Then they kill me with this. They always saying the athletes nowadays are better. They're this, they're that. I'm like, why would y'all, if they were better, why would the league have to change the rules to make them be able to score more? That makes no sense. If they better, then they should score more regardless of the rules. They lessen the rules so these niggas can score more, but now they're more talented and all that.
Like, yeah, and they created more rules for like fouls and shit. Like back in the day, they used to get in the paint and thump it out. You know what I mean? Every little thing wasn't a foul. You know, ow, ow,
ow. They can't hand check a motherfucker no more.
Right. Like, so even take that, because that has to do with, as a former athlete, I know for a fact that has to do with your endurance in a game and your mental stability. Because now if you get hit or any little thing, it throw you all off. Now you can't play no more, or you was on the road, you was hot. Now you get fouled one time or one little play you don't like. Now your rhythm is thrown off. Now these motherfuckers used to bang, you know what I'm saying, and bang and get hit upside the head and all kind of shit, rolling on the floor and get up, and that would fuel they fire. Like, oh, that's how we getting down, you know what I mean? Now it's just like, I don't know, it's like ballet or some shit.
Man,
What
it's
year,
a layup line.
what year was that Golden State broke the Bulls record? Wasn't that 2016?
15, 16 season.
Okay. Uh, when Cleveland beat
Golden State.
Golden State, Kyrie hit the game winning shot. LeBron didn't even win the game winning shot.
Didn't even want the ball. He told him to give it to Kyrie.
They say, oh, well, LeBron he has the most closeout shots and da 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 da. Motherfucker, it's been 21 fucking years. He better have all this shit. What the fuck? How is you motherfucker praising the motherfucker? That's just like you being on your job 10 years and you got $250,000 in your 401k, and the motherfucker been there 30 years and got $1 million in this shit. He been there longer. Of course he gonna have more. He better.
Exactly.
He better. It should just automatically be. If you can't accumulate a lot of motherfucking whatever over 2 decades, then you really ain't accomplished it. But now we live in a society where everything is motherfuckers make up shit. Now they trying to say, oh well, LeBron just broke Michael Jordan's record for most 30-point games.
And it took him 8 more years to do it.
But guess what?
Right.
Oh,
he had never touched his motherfucking 40-point game.
Listen, it took him 7.5 more years to do so, and it took him I think it's a crazy number. Actually, it took him more years to do it because Jordan left him 2 years.
Well, that too.
But so that let's make it at 9 years times 82. So then it took him 800 more games.
More or less.
It was like 700 or some games, I think. But
when motherfucker, but getting back to somewhat of the point, we the only motherfuckers that even go through the whole motherfucking who's the best, who's the greatest, who's the GOAT, who's all this bullshit. Yeah, at the time, I enjoyed basketball. I don't even watch that shit no more because it's so fucking watered down.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not even entertaining anymore. You had a motherfucker miss 173 motherfucking 3-pointers or some stupid ass shit like that in one fucking game. Like, why the fuck y'all? Steph Curry came out. What motherfuckers really don't understand is his father was a fucking pure shooter.
Mm-hmm.
See, they look at that. They look at Steph Curry and say, "Oh, he's the greatest shooter." His father was a fucking beast himself.
Mm-hmm.
But
his brother a beast too.
Yeah, he in the shadows though. To be honest with you.
Well, he can't help it, shit.
But Steph Curry is a motherfucker that changed the entire game of basketball because once he came out and shot the ball like he did,
mm-hmm.
it made everybody. You got a motherfucker that's 7'4" tall shooting 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Nigga, you don't even have to get on your tippy toes.
You ain't supposed to be out there. You ain't supposed to be out there.
Not at all. Now it's a good thing that he can shoot like that, but it shouldn't. If a motherfucker got smart and came into the league and worked on a low post game,
they make a lot of money.
And a motherfucker be like, wait a minute, what is this guy doing? He's the greatest player ever. No, he's not. He's just not doing what everybody else is doing. He took an element of the game and brought it back. That's it. But motherfuckers ain't doing that. Everybody got to shoot 3-pointers. No. No.
Yeah, that goes back to that following thing that we was talking about though.
Mm-hmm.
But folks, I was telling somebody not too long ago. I said I'm one of the 2%, which means I'm one of the ones that people follow. 98% of people are followers for the most part.
More
They
or
got to
less.
find somebody to get behind.
He,
They won't speak out, things of that sort. So they have to follow someone. I'm part of the two that's the leaders.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of folks will, especially blacks, will just follow anything, especially when they put that gaslight you with all blacks should be doing this, all blacks should be doing that. You know what I mean? It's like folks don't do their research, find out why we doing it,
Mm-hmm.
what the outcome should be. Is it a good idea? You know what I mean? What's the end goal?
Right.
We just once we hear all blacks are doing it, then most blacks just join in because most folks are followers just by nature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just one of the ones that's like, okay, well, make it make sense to me first. Then I might help y'all out with this. But if it don't make no sense, I'm not doing that dumb shit.
Even if you convince me, but you got to, like you say, it got to be it got to be something that's really going to make me say, wait a minute, hold on. You know what? You're absolutely right. You
Mm-hmm.
blow smoke up my ass, and I'm gonna be like, yeah. Oh, no,
Exactly.
I'll be sitting over there watching you motherfuckers do this dumbass shit, and then be like, I knew that shit wasn't gonna work. And plus, and trust me, I'm not the type of person that think that everything that people do, I hope that it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I just got a somewhat of an insight on what I think will work and what won't work. And if I don't think that it'll work, or if I think it won't work, then I'm not gonna be. I like to whatever I get myself involved in, I like to be successful in.
Mm-hmm.
Am I successful in everything that I do? No, I'm not. However, it has to be something that I say, you know what, this shit gonna work, but I'm gonna put my best foot forward to make it work first.
Mm-hmm.
If that shit don't make no sense to me, yeah, I go ahead on. Like I
And
said,
I'm not gonna even I'm not even even if I only think it like when people were saying I wouldn't say how stupid it was up front. I figured it was stupid to me up front when they were saying about it.
right. You
But
kept
I'm not gonna even say that to y'all to discourage nobody. I'm gonna let y'all do it first and then get the results.
go
And
right
then
ahead.
I'll get my input on it. Because like I say, I'm not gonna it might work out. So I
Yeah.
don't want to be the one to be like, nah, that's just dumb. It ain't gonna work. I don't know if it might work or not. But I'm like you, Sheldon, like you said, I am pretty smart.
I like to think so.
I'm damn near genius, I would say. But yeah, but some stuff is just surface level to where even a C student can figure out, like, this ain't gonna really be too conducive of doing anything that would cause a change. You know what I mean? If it was gonna be that simple, especially for a 1 day thing, then nigga would have been came up with that idea. That was so simple. All right, y'all. Hey, let's just not buy nothing today. Nigga, we do that on the days everything is closed.
Especially when
Crazy motherfucker.
especially when your money low. I can get on board with that shit because I ain't got no money to spend no motherfucking way.
We do that every Christmas.
Shit.
Nothing open on Christmas.
No, it ain't.
Sometimes.
But you have to really plan for that shit. I don't know from the time it started up where the words started getting passed around to the actual date. But I don't think it was that much goddamn time where people would really have a solid plan to not spend money in that 24-hour period. I don't think that, and I really don't want to bring this broad up, but Kamala Harris didn't put enough time into her campaign to even make an impact on the listeners. You primarily put together a campaign 3 weeks before an election.
damn near, basically.
What impact do you think you're gonna make to that level that you only got 3 weeks to impact and grab the attention of a nation?
Well, she wasn't planning on getting the nation She's planning on getting them black voters and then the women voters, and she thought that would be enough.
Women don't stick
I was
together.
about to say she
She
got
wasn't
them.
that shit.
She got them numbers. What did they say, Jerome? 92% of voting black women voted for Kamala. So
And
she
like 78% of black men
a
that
black
voted.
yeah, so she got them. But I was reading a thing. Speaking of since you saying that, I was reading a thing today, an article where this guy is proposing that the day of all that so-called Black Power has passed.
It
Like all
has.
that.
Then there's a,
Uh,
you know what I think, Shannon? I think it's actually unnecessary. It's like, listen, man, everything's basically on an individual level now. If
Mhm.
you want to obtain something, you can actually do it now. If you ain't got something that you actually want, there's nothing a white man can have today that I can't have.
gotta take
Nothing
care
at
of
all.
yourself 9 times out of 10.
There's nothing a white man can have that I can't have.
Some
I
people
might get
just
treated unfairly, more less unfairly than he do by the
Mhm.
law and all this type of stuff. But still, there's nothing I can't get that a white man can get. So all this old black power shit and all this, all that's unnecessary now, man. Y'all can go on here with that nonsense.
Mhm.
Niggas can get anything they want today. I mean, in matter of fact, some niggas can get more than some whites
Mhm.
because of all the DEI and the what's the damn word? Oh, I can't never remember that word. Well, they gotta hire black folks or certain
hmm
Action.
minority.
affirmative action.
Yeah, affirmative action. So some things whites can, matter of fact, some things blacks can get that whites can't get. And even on top of that, some things black women can get that can't nobody else get. They actually got loans and grants and shit just for black women to
Mhm.
start businesses and things like that. So it's like there's nothing for blacks to even be complaining about nowadays, man. These niggas just lazy, and anytime they want to put the blame on somebody, white folks is their scapegoat.
There is a guy. He's a young guy. He plays Madden. Madden is they have these tournaments. Motherfuckers walk away from winning one fucking game. What my finger? Game. $40,000-$50,000.
Mm-hmm.
This young brother has accumulated $1 million in fucking wins playing Madden. So there is an avenue. In our day, you had to get out there and actually hustle. The internet did not provide a motherfucking way.
Exactly.
Now you can get on the internet and do some of the dumbest shit in the motherfucking world, crack your fucking skull wide open, and that'll earn
Cha-ching,
you a living.
cha-ching.
Mm-hmm.
My
So
thing is, go ahead. I'm sorry.
go ahead, babe, go ahead.
No, no, no. Finish. It's
You
fine.
looking all back and shit. I'm trying to what's behind you?
My camera is tripping and I can't find my light. So I got issues over
You
here.
just had your camera's working fine, and you was just flicking that lighter 2 seconds ago.
No, not my lighter. I have a light that will make me brighter in the room. Because this
No,
is just the natural light in my room.
Yeah, I
This
got
is
one too.
but I got a
I
light
think with
that
your
I can turn
background,
on.
that light, your natural light don't work.
That might be it too.
mm.
But
Yeah, I think
I'm tired of people investigating my background trying to figure out where the fuck I'm at. So that's why it's not your business where the fuck I'm at.
well, just make that a segment of the show.
Shit.
Let's guess where
Motherfuckers
she
don't
is at.
you're not my friend. You don't keep up with me every day. But as soon as I come online, Shannon, where you at? Like you don't know nothing about what I got going on. I might have told somebody I was in Zimbabwe, and in the background it shows that I'm on Figueroa and 35th. Like,
God damn it.
get out my shit. Get out
Mm.
my shit. But what I was gonna say was, oh well, I forgot what I was gonna say. Keep going, Deacon Boozy, because I'm doing 4 things.
Oh no. I don't know. I don't know. I think I was gonna ask you, do people really honestly ask you that type of shit?
Hell yeah, frequently. like so invasive.
Well,
But
here,
I'm a lot like Jerome. I'm the type of person people looking at. You know what I mean? I'm not a looker. I'm not worried about what people got going on. I'm not checking people pages. I don't know where to, I mean, you post something and I run across it, like if I'm scrolling on Facebook or through Instagram and I see that you having a good time, or I'll give you a like or a heart, but that's the most of it. I'm not getting on your shit and looking for people's movements. I'm not sitting up talking behind people's back and investigating them. I'm not that kind of person, but I am the type of person that gets investigated. You know what I mean? I have people who call me and tell me about how many people is like, oh, did you know that they got a whole group chat about you? They're like, well, good. I mean, yay. I must be doing something right.
sounds
And
like it.
yeah, and where you at, and Shannon did it. You can have one person, and you can know four people talk to each other, and you can have all four of them hit you up out the clear blue sky and try to find out where you are, and then compare it to what you said to somebody else. Well, somebody you told somebody. I might have told 10 different things. Because guess what? Ain't none of your goddamn business. Either
Yeah.
way, either way, most motherfuckers got a problem with me. So have a problem with me. So what am I feeding it for? I'm not giving nobody no fully loaded clip and no gun to shoot me with it. Like, get out my business.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm one of them. For a long time, like I used to be really big in Los Angeles, um, in the early 2000s. In the early 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
that's literally where Miss Shannon Hell Yeah came from. The streets named me that,
Okay.
and you wouldn't even believe what popularity does. Like it could be a good thing for your pockets. You know what I mean? It'd be a good thing for certain things that you want to do, but then it comes with its bad things as well. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm just gonna speak on this. I had did a show one time. Well, I was doing a show and I had did auditions one day, and a guy that had probably been on the show 2 or 3 shows previous came in and he wanted to have a conversation about something he said to me during a show a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
right? He got upset because I didn't know what he was talking about. And I was like, I had to explain to him. I said, it's my club capacity was roughly 1,500.
Okay.
So just say on a fully packed night, it's 1,500 people in here. It's 1,500 of y'all. It's only one of me.
Right.
If you approach me about some type of business or something while I'm hosting a show, 9 times out of 10, I told you to get back with me tomorrow or something like that. Hit me up. Here's my number. Or I back then I used to have business cards and tickets and all kind of shit. So you had ways to contact me. Get at me tomorrow. He didn't understand that. Like it's a million people pulling at me. I'm not going to remember each and every little small conversation, especially if you approached me during the show while I'm busy. I'm putting people on backstage, organizing some shit. Like sometimes my son used to even be back in the VIP, so I'm paying attention, making sure that dude is all right and he eating and staying in one place or whatever. He's straight. So you have to understand that I'm just one person. Now, whatever it is that you wanted, go ahead and explain it to me now. Not get mad at me because now you're wasting your time and I don't got to deal with you. You want something from me.
Well, see, people expect you to, especially in 2011, I started doing a DJ internet show. It wasn't no money involved. It was in the DJ on the DJ side of the game. The more popular DJs try and dominate everything that's going on in any particular city. It ain't here. It's across the fucking country. It's around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your little spot and you doing, you got a couple of people that come there and whatever, and my show was based on DJs who knew how to DJ, but didn't get the opportunity to play in front of one of these crowds. So you come on the
Mhm.
show, you DJ for about an hour, da 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 da.
Mhm.
While that was going on, I had motherfuckers left and right. Now, once again, I don't have sponsorship. This is just I got my setup, I got my camera, I'm hooked up to the internet. Come and play some music. Motherfuckers gonna watch. Whatever happens, that's on you. You don't owe me nothing, nothing. I had motherfuckers coming up, climbing out their asshole. Hey man, we gonna let me be on the show. Let me. Well, here's an opportunity. Here's I did it every Saturday from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. This is open. If it's the next fucking week, if it's open, you want to come. This is what time you're gonna be here. This is what time you're gonna play. Do what you're gonna do. Da 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 da. You play what you want to play. I don't dictate none of that shit.
Mhm.
When my schedule changed and I started working on Saturdays and I couldn't do it anymore, motherfuckers disappeared. You'll have a motherfucker that comes for the opportunity. I be all in your ass and they be all up your button and when that shit run dry, you ain't worth a motherfucking dried up pecan.
Pew, they gone. On to
Gone
the
like
next.
the wind. Gone like the wind. So I get what
Yep.
you're saying. When you got a lot of shit going on and motherfuckers is coming at you this way and you trying to conduct what you trying to conduct just to keep shit going for any particular event, any particular night, or whatever the fuck the case may be. You don't have time to cuddle a motherfucker and hey, okay, everybody, give me about 15 minutes. Don't nobody do shit. Let me see what this motherfucker who's irrelevant got to say.
Right. Right.
So my
But
man,
you can't
now it's
tell them that though.
fucking time. No, you can. You can.
I mean, you can, but it's gonna be like they will distract you. You have a whole shit. I used to find it easier to just blah 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 and keep on going. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean? And if I don't remember or I didn't write it down and you didn't call me the next day, that shit is out my mind. I'm not thinking about that. So, but also to be more on to the point of the people wanting to know, be all in my business, sabotage.
of course.
Sabotage. Like, I have been robbed behind shit. Like, I used to do a little bit of production. So for some artists who would just be getting their foot in the door, a lot of them didn't have a lot of money to get their songs like mastered or even sometimes a decent recording, or they might need it burnt over to a format to where I can use it. So however, my DJ um, wants it formatted. You know what I mean? So if you didn't have them capabilities, I would offer you the option to give me just a little, or I put it on your ticket sales and
Mm-hmm.
I'll take care of your music for you. You know what I mean? If I gotta go in and tweak it, or if I gotta burn it off of uh, off of a thumb drive onto a CD, or vice versa, shit like that, I do that for you.
Right.
That let motherfuckers know that I got a studio. Next thing you know, now my motherfucking studio get robbed.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? So I learned the hard way that you have to protect yourself when all eyes are on you. You know what I'm saying? Because just because a lot of people show up or are interested, it doesn't mean that they like you, and it doesn't mean that they not up to no good. And 9 times out of 10, if you're in the black community, motherfuckers gonna find a way to have a goddamn problem with you and stir around in your shit,
You always
some
know
way, some form, or some fashion.
you have to always realize that when you're doing something and motherfuckers ain't it, trying to do what you're doing and they're not successful, they're going to try and tear you down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck what it is. You could be the best tiddlywink player on your fucking block. Motherfucker gonna try and steal your little chips. So you can't flick the goddamn chips.
What kind of player you
Especially,
say?
Huh?
hmm?
What kind of player did you say?
Tiddlywinks.
Oh, that's amazing.
I've heard that word before.
It's
Yeah,
hey,
right.
It's a game. It's a game.
Sheldon, are you single?
Yeah.
Yes.
Have you just given up on dating?
No. I just don't have, be honest with you, I just don't have the time because with my schedule, uh, once I get off work, I come in the fucking house.
You ain't on none of the dating sites?
Actually, I just joined Black People Meet today.
Oh Lord, they still in?
Yeah, they still around.
Man, I used to love Black People Meet.
Mm-hmm.
Why? I'm not familiar with them.
I met a
I
lot of
think.
black people.
Oh,
You said you did what, Jerome?
I said, she said, why? I said, because I met a lot of black people,
Yeah.
meaning women.
okay.
Listen, I used to use dating sites just for one.
Just for
Just for one. Didn't have no intent of staying with these men. I met everybody. I met all my women on websites except my wife.
I was
Man,
just about to say, but the one you actually found was the one was not on a dating site.
essentially, you didn't find on a dating site, but you found on the internet.
Yeah, I made it a dating site. I damn sure did.
Oh, so you saw Kurt on the internet first? I thought you met. I thought you saw her in person first.
No, Travis had an online tournament. And so
Okay.
y'all, you know how when you have a tournament, you got the chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to play her, and when I was playing her, she playing so motherfucking fast, and she was playing good. I said, this must be a nigga acting like he a broad. So
Right.
I went to her Facebook page, and normally when the nigga do that, they only have a few pictures. This nigga had pictures from 40 years ago, and she ain't even 40 yet. So I'm like, oh, this nigga is real. I said, she cute too.
And she cute.
So I told her, I said, if I win, you got to let me take you out on a date.
That shit work?
Yeah,
yeah. Believe it or not, Sheldon, it does.
I don't even remember who won. That was in January of 2019.
It's
we got married in January 2020.
It's actually a thing, Sheldon. They will send you a motherfucker will see you somewhere in the domino community. And you don't know, it could be anywhere. It could be in a chat. It could be you made a comment on one of the pages. Mm-hmm. It could be anything. And they do that. They go look at your profile or whatever, and then they'll send you a game. Yep. And blah blah blah, get to talking to you in the chat, and then there's going to be a bet presented. If I win, I get your phone number type shit. Or you know what I mean? Something. If I win, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it is a thing because you wouldn't even believe how many motherfuckers. That's why a lot of women will tell you that they don't answer the chat no more. Like, you come, somebody send you a game, first thing you're going to be like, what the fuck this motherfucker want? That's going to be the first thing cross a woman's mind. And then if that chat start blowing up, you start seeing them numbers, you know what the deal is. You already know.
Really? And the crazy thing, I never said nothing to another woman. I ain't never said that to another woman like that. And I've played some nice looking women in tournaments and stuff.
No, these niggas is hoes.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't never came to no other woman like that though. I ain't never tried to mess with no other woman.
I've never done that.
Oh, well, that makes you special, then.
You know I'm special.
I know you special, baby.
You special, all right.
No, seriously, I never.
I never did it in dominoes either. Other than that,
I'll be honest with you, I never really pursued women like that. I'm cute enough, motherfuckers got at me.
That's how I used to be, Sheldon. I'm the exact same way, Sheldon.
I'm that way. I'm that way too.
Yeah, I've approached women before, but 98% of the women I dealt with, they approach me.
Or send somebody to approach me. Yeah. I'm the exact same way. No. I either got with them through like my cousin Omar. His girl's friends or cousins or something. That's how our family did. Whoever you mess with, we definitely messing with their cousins and sisters and stuff.
Where your people's at?
Everybody was old. I was raised wrong.
I never off the domino shit, off the flat club shit. I never hooked up with no motherfucking body.
Poor Sheldon. You don't know what you're missing.
I
You
guess.
should be married by now.
I guess. No, I don't say that.
Send Shannon a game and send her a note in the chat.
Yeah.
He know he ain't got to do none of that.
You know that's right, baby. I put you on a flight and bring you out
Lord.
You already know.
So Sheldon, when do you plan on retiring? Since you don't plan on getting a woman until you retire.
Retire from working 10 years.
Yeah.
I'm planning on retiring when I get 65 in 10 years.
So you ain't gonna have a woman for 10 years?
No.
Well, your schedule ain't gonna change. So what's gonna be the difference?
She just got to accommodate my schedule.
That's what I'm saying. But you said you don't have one probably, or you ain't dating because you just go to work and come home. So I don't think that's gonna change. So what do you plan on doing to make it happen for you to actually find a woman before you retire?
Just go and send a ticket.
Yeah, you might want to think about that unless you okay with just being by yourself for the rest of your life.
No, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, well,
he got a woman already.
I want to make this a dating what's it called, where I help people find a mate.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm just sometimes you just gotta take time for yourself. So you motherfucking knucklehead ass women.
Man, you ain't got much time, motherfucker. You just said you retired in 10 years now. You damn near dead. So
bitch.
Yeah, you had enough time to yourself. You ain't figured it out by now.
I'm shit. I was just married a couple of years ago.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How long were you married?
This last one, not that long.
Yeah, you married twice?
Yeah, Sheldon been married multiple times.
Been married 3 times.
God damn, you're a horrible man. What happened the first time?
First time, it really wasn't my first wife, I met her, she got pregnant in 3 months. Then she got pregnant again and said, I don't want to have, she already had 2 kids. She said, I don't want to have 4 kids and not be married. So we got married.
You fell for the old, I don't want to be.
Yeah, I fell for that hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid. Okay. What made y'all get divorced though? I get the marriage part. What happened with the relationship?
I'm a Gemini. I have a very short fuse. And I really don't tolerate it. So
they say I'm a Gemini.
So I don't believe me. I don't really get off into that zodiac shit, but trust me when I tell you, I got a good side.
A lot of it.
You said what they say about Gemini? What happened?
I got a good side and I got a bad side. Once you get on my bad side, it's real motherfucking hard to get off.
So so it was something she was doing wrong?
Absolutely.
What was it?
What she do?
Nothing. That was the problem.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do it every time.
Every motherfucking time. My second wife, I actually proposed to her. I wanted to marry her, but she cheated on me. So I am not the troll.
You
sorry.
When did you get out of jail?
I would never cheat on you, Sheldon.
You wouldn't, baby.
When did you get out of jail? How much time did they give you?
Right?
No time. I fire motherfuckers. I've divorced all 3 of my wives.
Listen, I would have divorced her and still did something to her though.
Nah. You'll live a long, hard life without me than you would with me.
Yeah. And you'll be crippled living at home, long, hard life without me too. I agree.
No, I didn't. I learned a long time ago. You can emotionally scar a motherfucker longer than you can if you put your hands on them. That motherfucking black eye gonna go away, but that motherfucking pain in that heart ain't gonna go away that long.
Yeah, so I give her one that's gonna go away and one that ain't.
You stupid.
Have both.
This last motherfucker, I wasn't supposed to marry her. We were supposed to get married before I married this retarded ass motherfucker.
What made you marry her?
I thought I loved her.
Hold on. What made y'all? You said the other one cheated on you. Okay, and so you thought you loved this one.
I did. She came along. I met her a few days before my father passed away, and she came across as very compassionate, in my corner type shit. But she had a controlling issue. And if you can tell, I'm not the type of motherfucker that you're gonna be able to control very easily.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a lot of motherfucking back and forth. They gonna have the little dog, you know what I'm saying? Um, I bullshit you not. My dog did not like her.
Mm.
It's always a sign.
When I say he didn't like her, he did not. He, dude, if that dog can talk, he'd have been like, "Hey man, put this bitch out of
Get
here."
this bitch out of here. What the fuck are you doing?
Look, I got a picture on my phone right now of my dog looking down the hallway at his bed, like, man, I sure would love to go lay down, but I know that bitch gonna bother me and she gonna get on my fucking nerve.
Damn.
Not, I bullshit you not. She was so fucking irritating just across the fucking board. It was her birthday. We go to this little restaurant downtown, nice little restaurant. She had an identical twin sister. So it was her twin sister, she had a daughter, her boyfriend. It was about maybe 9 or 10 of us. So this particular day, they broilers went down. So it was a lot of shit on the menu that they couldn't fix. And everything on the motherfucking menu that I wanted, they couldn't fix the shit. So I was like, y'all go ahead and eat. I'm gonna sit over here. I'm not gonna really trip out. You know, when y'all ready to go. Well, this ain't about you. It's about me. This is my damn. Da, 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 da. I said, well, I ain't saying nothing. I told you I'm fuck. I'm not finna. I'm just be sitting over here quiet. So, she made a big deal out of that. Now, if I wanted to be the real bitch ass motherfucker that I could have been, I could have said, you know what? I'm gonna go home. I don't want to be here. But I'm not gonna do that. This is your little birthday. You enjoying yourself. I'm just gonna be over here chilling. I'm at the table. I really don't have a whole lot of conversation because I got a short fuse. So once that fuse is lit, every motherfucking thing is gonna really irritate me. And you really don't want me to be irritated because then I'm gonna start saying some outlandish ass shit. So I'm chilling. You know, she made this. Then this motherfucker gonna say, "Come on, let's go take some pictures." So we gotta create memories. I say, you think I want to relive the night that I came in this motherfucker and couldn't get nothing to eat and have one of the first motherfucking nights of my fucking life? You think I want to relive this shit?
Oh Lord,
Dude, it was unfucking believable. We went on a cruise. She took her daughter on a cruise. She turned 18. This motherfucker had the audacity to tell me what the fuck I was gonna wear from the time we left my fucking house to, okay, well, on this day you're gonna put on this and you're gonna wear this, and then we're gonna.
was y'all dressing alike?
First of all, you're a shit. I
Yeah, you know you talking to.
have seen it. I'm not gonna dress like no motherfucking body. Now you say, now shit, if you say, okay, well, just put something on red.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But you want to pick out what the fuck I'm gonna put on. What the fuck on? And I seriously, I asked her one day, I said, I met her, a friend of mine invited me to a birthday party. He knew her people. So her cousin was having a birthday party. It just so happened that after so motherfucking many years, I had actually got a Saturday night off. So I said, you know what? Okay, I'll go to the party. Ain't no big deal. You know, get out. I ain't been out no motherfucking way because I've been working all these motherfucking Saturdays and da 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 da. So that's why I met her. Make a long story short. Um, she didn't approach me, but she told him that she was interested and I should approach her, and we did and had a little sit down conversation. She was nice. She pretended to be nice. But she was very, 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 very controlling. And I'm not the nigga that you gonna control like that. Like, we can do shit together and you can make suggestions and we're gonna go somewhere. But then again, you have to understand my situation is unique in the sense that my day starts at 1:30 in the morning when most motherfuckers is really coming in the house. So when it's time for it, at a certain time of the motherfucking day,
My day got to end.
You sleep.
It's
Yeah.
unfortunately holidays. You go to Thanksgiving dinner, 8 o'clock. I gotta go. Halloween, you want to go kick it at your boss's house, motherfucker. I've been up all goddamn day. I'm over here in the corner dozing the fuck off. I'm not trying to stop your fun. I'm dozing off. I'm getting tired because it's 11 o'clock at night. I've been up since 1:30 in the fucking morning. That's then the 24 fucking hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Right.
well, you supposed to. I know I'm not supposed to do any motherfucking thing. I'm supposed to understand. I'm supposed to. I'm gonna hope that you understand that I'm ready to go home. I left her ass one night. Hey, I'm finna go, man. I'm over here dozing off. We gotta go home. I'm not ready to go. I said, okay, well, I'm
See
letting
you
you know.
later.
I'm about to get ready to leave. So she had this picture thing. She wants to take pictures of everything, everywhere we go. She want to post that shit on Facebook. And I'm really not the type of guy that I gotta post shit on Facebook every goddamn thing I do. So we at her auntie's house, we at her cousin's house, wherever the fuck we was at. And I told her, I say, hey, now it's a little early. It's late for me, but it's early for everybody else. So I told her, I say, hey, look, we gotta go. I'm getting sleepy. I'm about ready to go. All right, all right. I said, but I didn't tell you, we finna go this second. Wrap it up. Come on, let's get this shit together and so we can head on. Get ready. Okay, all right. Let's go. All right, hold on. Everybody, come on, let's take these pictures. I said, oh, you lying to me? I told you I'm ready to go home. I'm about to go get in the car. I'm gonna start the motherfucker up and I'm gonna leave. All right, well, give me 2 minutes. You don't got 2 minutes. It was probably 30 minutes, and I told you the first time I was ready to go. Whatever the fuck it is that you need to do, you should have done it then. Don't wait till the last motherfucking minute. So she shouted that, let's take some picture shit. I got my goddamn coat, got in my car, and drove the fuck off. Went headed home. Getting on the fucking expressway, she called me like, where you at? I said, motherfucker, didn't I just tell you I was leaving? You thought I was joking, didn't you? You coming back to get me? I said, no. No, motherfucker, get home the best way you can. This was the worst shit in the motherfucking world. Her daughter went to TSU, Tennessee State, whatever the fuck it's called, in Nashville. Her and her ex-husband didn't get along. So these motherfuckers can't even get their daughter enrolled in the school. So they take her down there. They get into a motherfucking argument. He don't want to bring her back home. I'm going to say this again. Is in Nashville, Tennessee. This retarded motherfucker calls me and say, hey, could you come and get me? I said, in Nashville? Yeah. I said, you want me to drive to Nashville, Tennessee? I said, why don't you just rent a car and come back? Motherfucker, Nashville is 7 motherfucking hours away from Chicago.
Fuck a car, jump a flight. You need to be on the plane.
I said, ain't no motherfucking way in the world. You ain't on the west side of Chicago asking me to come get you. You in Nashville, Tennessee. I couldn't fucking believe that you wouldn't even have the audacity to even ask that. That ain't the type. I don't give a fuck if you married or not. If you motherfuckers can't go down and put your daughter in school and y'all get into a motherfucker where the police got to be called.
What?
Man, please. I couldn't believe it.
She must be one of the women that can't shut up.
She's a modern woman.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Always changing the narrative to make themselves right. That type of shit there.
Sound like one of them black assholes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just playing. I didn't mean to call a woman. I'm just joking.
No. But yeah, our marriage didn't last 3 months.
Damn.
She wouldn't get out. I tried to put her, get the fuck out of here. You don't go. I left my condo. Bitch, you left your condo because you got married. You didn't just up and shack up. I told her, but I said, you know what? And unfortunately, she was in an abusive marriage for 18 years. And she was accustomed to that. And she tried to get me to hit her put my hands on her, but I told her, bitch, I'm not catching no case for you. Who the fuck are you? I ain't known you long enough to want to put my hands on you. You get the fuck away from me.
Hey
Now,
man,
now,
some
before you
women
go further,
feel like
what is the time limit that you need to know somebody to make you put their hands on?
There's no amount of time that for a woman to do anything to me that will make me
Oh,
put my hands on her.
I'm just going off what you
some
said.
women think that that is showing that you love them and you
Yeah,
I
care.
think it is too.
when you whoop on your woman,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think you really love your woman if you're not willing to hit her.
That's a lot of women agree with you.
there's a lot of women that
It is. It's a thing.
Yeah,
It's a fucking
man,
thing.
women. Look,
Like,
I had a baby mama feel like that
it,
for real.
they be like, "Oh, you don't care? Oh, you don't give a fuck?"
Yeah, my daughter's
You,
mom felt like that.
you like
That's
what?
retarded.
they
You
out,
don't get away from me.
they out.
I'm finna
Believe me,
hit you.
out here
Nuts.
waiting to take an ass whooping.
Bitches,
I used to
they ain't
wish.
never seen no other kind of love.
Y'all know I used to wish that I hit women. Boy, I used to have some of the most women that needed to be hit
I'll be right
that I've ever seen. I used to
back.
always tell them, boy, I wish you mess with one of my other family. I'm the only male in my family that never used to beat women.
That
So
never
at
was
least
my.
I hit them when
I
they
never.
deserve to be hit.
That never was my. Like I say, I hurt you more leaving you the fuck alone than I would put my hands on you.
Yep. Cheating on you and making sure you know it.
Sheldon, that shit is true because that is my weapon of choice.
Mm-hmm.
I will detach and disappear so fast. And you really thought you had me wrapped around your finger? Like that's my dating over 40.
Mm-hmm.
That's my tactic. I will detach, like because in these days and age, it's like well for me, I'm just gonna speak as a woman. I never thought I would be single at this age, but in it, I never thought that men would like there's a different kind of men, a different kind of mindset. It's crazy out here. And
Mhm.
and you find that I don't like that automatically thinking every woman is the same. Like you start treating me like you think I'm just like everybody else, I'm gonna let you go be with everybody else. Cause if you've never seen any of these traits out of me, why? Because I've had a guy try to pull these things out of me. I'm like, why are you trying to pull some ghetto ratchet ass shit out of me? I'm not about to act like that. I'm not about to do it.
That's what they're accustomed to. They don't know
If
nothing
that's what you
else.
think is exciting, yeah, I'm not the one for you. But I'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, it's
You
what
know what? And it's dating now. I think it's harder simply because motherfuckers want more than what they have.
or what they deserve.
That too. That's especially that. Because once again, if you're not contributing to my happiness, then you really not serving me no purpose. I'm not here to make a motherfucker happy. I can. I'll try as long as I see that effort being put back forth. But it's not my month. It is not in my being to go above and beyond to try and make a motherfucker happy now. It's not.
What's wrong with these women nowadays? They've been listening to
The wrong motherfucker.
women for the last too many years,
Too goddamn.
and they only teach them the wrong things to do. They don't teach them no good. Matter of fact, even if you listen to women when they give examples like, "Well, my mama always taught me do this, so you don't need a man." They never teach a woman, "Hey, do this so you don't lose a man." They never teach women what to do to keep a man or to find that good man and keep them. They
But
always teach women what to do to make sure you don't need a man.
you can sit and tell her these are my likes and my dislikes. These are the things that I expect you to do, and these are the things that I'm hoping you don't do. And
Mm-hmm.
the motherfuckers would completely ignore the shit that you asked them not the shit you asked them to do, and will focus more so on the things that they shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to stay around and it's
Sheldon, I did a test on here on the show last year or the year before. I did a test. We told the women what we wanted as men.
Mm-hmm.
And then we asked the women what do what would they what do you do? What should you do for your man or whatever the case may be?
Mm-hmm.
And women tend to think what they want to give us is what we should want us to have. And it's like, no, if I tell you this is what I want, just give me what I asked you for. Don't give me what you feel I should want.
Don't sit there and try and enhance what the fuck I just said. All I want you to do is what I asked you to do. It is just that women will tell you how complicated a man is, and they be wrong. There's two left motherfucking shoes. All I want you to do is fuck me and feed me. That's it.
And shut up when it's time to shut up.
You can sit over there and look cute all the fuck you want to. That's fine. But that's it. Shit. Well, I wanna no, you don't have to do that. But then all the motherfucking things that you're going to do that's going to tear this shit apart, you're going to do them without no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's come to the point where you get fed up with a motherfucker and say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead on about my business because this ain't working out. Then you the biggest asshole that ever stepped on the fucking face of the earth. Well, how is that? Because when you have the opportunity to make right, you fault yourself against doing right just so you can fuck up and do some wrong shit. But now when the motherfucker get fed up with it and don't want to be bothered with it, now all of a sudden, oh, you just a piece of shit. You just think that I'm supposed to. Yeah, I think that you're supposed to because you think I'm supposed to do certain shit just because. It doesn't work like that. That with me, it don't. I could be the nicest motherfucker that you've ever met in your life, and I could make you feel like you can cuss the day that we met. To make it easy on yourself. But Shannon, I got a proposal for you, baby. Since you're back. I change your relationship status and your zip code.
I know, and you can do it.
Yes, I'm cracking.
Push the goddamn button.
All right, Sheldon, let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
What are your as they like to say on Pop the Balloon, what's your deal breakers?
My deal breakers are women who are so tied up into social media. Everything got to be posted on social media, your fucking whereabouts and what you're doing. And I've tried to tell women that I know, even those that are just friends on Facebook, if you tell a motherfucker your every move, you don't know who's gonna show up when you don't want them to. Mm-hmm. So go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, well, I think it's even worse than that for me when I see people that every damn move, either you trying to sell something to somebody. Well, I think you're trying to sell something to somebody, not even either. Mm-hmm. And I don't believe you're really having as much fun as you claim you are, because for me, because I have a lot of fun. I have a lot. I pride myself on always having a lot of fun.
Okay.
And I don't see how I can have fun and post the shit at the same time.
Mm-mm.
Now, maybe tomorrow I might give you post a couple pictures or this and that. But every move, okay, we was doing this, then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing that. And at what point, because for me, when I'm having a good time, my phone is not in my hand.
If you could post 60 motherfucking pictures of what you did last night, you ain't did shit.
You ain't had no fun. You ain't did nothing. You was watching people have fun. You wasn't having no fun.
You just grabbing random motherfuckers and taking pictures of them and posting them up on Facebook, Instagram,
right.
whatever the fuck
Instagram,
it is.
Whatever.
I think women that do that, they starving for attention, which ain't good.
Oh no,
in a relationship.
Definitely doing that.
Yeah, that's not good for a relationship.
Well, most of them aren't in a relationship to do that. Now, I don't want a woman. When I say I want a submissive woman, I don't want a motherfucker that jumps in my every command, because I don't have commands. I don't tell grown folks what to do. I deal with grown adult women. If you don't know how to motherfucker maintain your relationship, then we don't have a relationship. I don't need to tell you what you should do. I'll tell you what I like and I don't like. You can take that information and do what it would do do with it what you will. It would be
No,
never.
we're trying to find you a wife, so I'm trying to get the do's and don'ts
Man,
out there.
I'm telling you, this is everything. I want, yeah. Run me a call.
So your don'ts is what?
Don't be overbearing. That's very, very irritating.
Overbearing.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an example of overbearing.
Just, I really don't want to say too suggestive, but just
like bossy type.
Bossy. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, that you once again. From what we know of each other, I'm pretty sure you know I'm not the type of motherfucker that's gonna be bossed around by a woman. I will. We can be on the same page. We could be on the same level. But before you think that you finna tell me, I don't. This is the shit that I don't get. For a grown ass man to say, "Oh, I'm gonna be in trouble with my wife." What?
Exactly.
The fuck?
I just said that to somebody today about me and saying that.
Man, look, I'm a grown goddamn man. I bet you ain't never heard a woman say, "Oh, I'm gonna be in trouble with my husband if I."
Mm-hmm. That's what. Hey, that Sheldon. I said the exact same thing today. I was talking to my little partner, like my little brother, and I said, "It's too many men. I've never seen so many men scared of a woman that they can whoop."
What? Ain't no motherfucking way in the world. Now, once again, I'm not the type of motherfucker that's gonna intimidate a woman and purposely and even be physical with him. I might raise my voice, and I really don't. At this age, I'm really not into that. If I got to raise my fucking voice at you, I'm talking to you like you a child. I don't deal with childs. I'm gonna say this again. I deal with grown adult women. If you can't maintain your grown adult woman status, then something ain't right.
I'm gonna have. I need to really get you into being okay with hitting women, though. If I can get you there,
no, you couldn't get.
I see future. I
That's
see a wife in your future, son.
not.
No, I ain't saying you got to use it. You just got to be okay with it. She has to know that you're okay with blessing her.
Blessing her
It's a blessing.
With a 2-piece, with a 5-finger discount.
Hey, I bet we're saying that people be thinking I'd be over here beating my wife.
They already think that shit.
My wife is the abuser around here. She always trying to hit on me.
But that still goes into, that's just like, that's why I try to like a lot of people I have to talk to that are in the domino community. It's like y'all really be thinking like the whole world revolve around this domino community. Like, yeah, you don't know what the fuck a motherfucker doing and what's going on in their life. Dominoes is one part of a motherfucker's life. But they'll swear up and down that they know so much about you through what they know through dominoes. You know what I mean? So when you said that like that, I'm like, yeah, they already think that you beat your wife because you know what I mean. That's what they're gonna put together in their little narrow-minded ass whatever. Like I was telling. Well, I ain't gonna mention nobody's names because people sometimes you don't ever know what people want people to know. But I was talking to one young lady in the domino community before that hit me up and was disappointed in some behaviors when she was in some folk city. And she was like, "Oh, nobody invited me to nothing. Ain't nobody like this, that, reaching out, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Girl,
She was
I'm
probably.
surprised, I'm surprised that you even expected that." I said, "You have to understand that you can take them domino pages in the domino community with a grain of salt. It's no different than a Facebook page. You know what I mean? People might claim the family, and we all know each other and this and that and that, but they still only giving you surface level information about themselves 9 times out of 10. And just because you come flying your ass to their motherfucking city doesn't mean that they want you to expose you to their intimate parts of their life. You know what I mean?
Well, Shannon, let me ask you this then, since you said that, because it's been a question around the internet. Do you think people are more of themselves on the internet or more of themselves in real life? Like, because people, do you think like, all right, like let's say me. I want to do people think my perception now how I am on the internet, am I more like that for real in real life, or am I a different way in real life? You think people are what they portray online, or
No,
they're actually more themselves in real life?
I don't think people portray themselves correctly online. On the internet, you can be whatever it is you want to be, especially if you just behind the keyboard. I could give you the greatest story in the world through the keyboard. Just like people are so inept to want you to believe that they're living this great life and they off vacationing and they here and they there and they everywhere else. When in essence, them motherfuckers can't even get enough motherfucking coffee to get to work the next goddamn day if they got a job. So you could be what you want to be on the internet and make yourself out to be much greater than you actually are. But in person, you can't fake that shit. Your boy Kenny, that motherfucker couldn't get from Arkansas to goddamn Texas, and they right next door to each other.
But if he didn't open his mouth or ever try to come to a tournament or know some of us that could expose that, you would think he might got some money if he always trying to gamble type shit. You know what I mean? If he's portraying, oh, I got money to throw around, I'm playing. But if you don't, so if you don't know what's going on in the background, you know what I'm saying? If you could perceive, my thing would be more about, like I say, with people that are followers. How the fuck do you really believe that you think you know somebody through the internet? Because it's only a period of time in a period of time. And it could be a period of time that passed. I can show you a picture that you can, and as long as you don't go looking for the timestamp or if it ain't one on it, you don't know when I took that picture. And I can tell you I took that picture today and I took it 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I could go stand in front of the car dealership, go and sit, do it, or not stand in front of the car dealership. I can go do a test drive, and while I'm doing my test drive, I can tell y'all I just bought a new car.
Mm-hmm.
And motherfuckers think, oh, you got all this goddamn money. This and that. Like for me, I'm more. I think I'm more. The more the things that you actually see me do is what you actually going to see from me. You know what I'm saying? So when I say something like, if you see me at 10 tournaments a year, then you know I went to 10 tournaments a year. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're the type of person that's going to judge my pockets by the fact that I went to 10 tournaments in a year, then that's you putting something, that's you trying to come up with something that you trying to figure out about a person. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, like I've had people hit me up that talk to other people and they're like, you know, everybody want to know what you do and where you get your money from. And you say you don't have a job. And then I'll be listening to this motherfucker like, and you really expect me to motherfucking give a fuck and explain to you what the fuck I got going on? How about y'all keep on digging and figure it the fuck out? You know what I'm saying? Because who cares? You know what I mean? Because I find that a lot of people really just want to be comparing. And if you're on the internet comparing your life to other people through what the fuck you see on the internet, you literally for real a little cuckoo. Something wrong.
Well,
Hey,
that's what
Nuna.
people post shit. They want you to believe that they got more than they actually have. But then that's not a good thing because there's been
But that
story after
don't even mean you do though. You can just post that you this is what you be doing, and they can put it in their mind that you must have more than what they have because it's something they want to do and they can't do it. But cause
there's
like I told a guy before, and you know, motherfucker like, oh, well, I say, just think about it like this. If I've been working since if I started working at 14 and I stopped working at 40, if depending on the job that I had, I could be vested already, which I am. So I could already have a pension and have made enough money to where I probably might not have to work, as opposed to think about it like this. From 14 to 25, damn near to 30, you was fucking off, having babies, running the streets, might have been to jail, this and that and that. And you got yourself to get, you just now getting yourself tenure by the, or should I say, yeah, you just now getting your foot in the door 5 or 10 years of a job by the time you're 40. Your
Mm-hmm.
dynamic in your life is not going to be the same as my dynamic in my life. You see what I'm saying?
The job that I have now, I was 45 when I got it.
So
I've
you
been in,
can't compare.
I've been in my
But
job for 10 years now. You know,
What's up, Nunu? You muted. We can't hear you.
and all we can see is your forehead. Hey,
What's up,
Nunu.
guys?
Hi,
What's
pretty
happening?
girl.
Hey,
How you
What's up?
been, Nu?
laying low.
You still in your relationship?
Heck yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
You ain't married yet? Oh Lord, you sound like a stalker.
damn.
I will
I
be
ain't
for
going
you.
nowhere.
Well, I gotta go. I gotta get up for my good job in the morning.
You
I
always
know
gotta
that's
go
not
when I
fair.
get on here.
Yeah, I gotta be up at 1:30 in the morning.
He
Sweetheart.
do that every time you get on here, don't
Every time he get off real quick.
You come in too late.
Oh, there she go. Bye.
They gonna think y'all got something going on. Like they ain't slick.
he? Hey,
They think they slick.
he might be the new man. They ain't showed him.
I catch y'all later on.
All right,
All right,
son.
man.
It's
Appreciate
my
you.
pleasure.
Good one.
Nunu, are you over 40?
Yeah,
How old are you?
44.
Are you? I didn't know you was that old.
Boy, shut up.
I didn't.
That's because she's so
I
pretty.
don't know why I thought you was probably like closer to Eric and them age.
Oh, why? Vic was like, no. You been young all my life. You still look our age.
I didn't know you was that old.
You like that to some folks, for real. You do look very young, though.
No. Now we ain't gonna start that shit. She do not look
I'm
very young.
She
44 with
do.
3 grandkids.
She don't look
Oh,
44. She don't look young.
yeah.
You see the
Really,
hair
And
on
you
her
then
face.
lying.
see how people's lives can be so different. Nunu, I don't have any children. I'm
You know
older than
what,
you. I mean,
Shannon?
any
I've
grandchildren.
noticed. I saw
That's
somebody this
crazy.
the other day. Women tend to have this broad space for compassion and softness for one another. It's like y'all will see a 2 and swear she a 9 or 10. Knowing goddamn well this heifer is one of the worst people y'all ever seen looking. And y'all will say, "Oh, you're so cute." Oh, no, you know, it's
It might
like,
be the outfit. It might be the hairstyle.
but the
Who are we
outfit
to
and the
rain on
hair is
her
cute.
parade?
The
Right.
hair and the
Somebody
outfit
told
is
her she
cute.
was cute that day, and damn
Hey,
it, it
brother.
might just be
Well,
me.
that's
She
what
might
y'all
need
should say. You cuter today than you normally are.
That's
Like men
well,
would
we
say
don't. We
something like,
don't.
if I see my boy and he ugly, but he got a nice little lining and everything, now I'll be like, boy, you damn near look cute. But I ain't gonna say, boy, you fine motherfucker today. No, nigga, you still ugly, but you might catch you something because you look
Well,
decent today. Y'all, on the
women.
other hand, shit. She
Well,
ain't
we're
even gotta have a
supportive.
fresh do. She can have just like she can have on a regular sundress that got some sheen. And y'all be, oh, look at you, girl. You look so pretty today. You're so
We
gorgeous. Especially my mama. She's the worst at it. I don't think my mama has met an ugly woman yet. Everybody is so beautiful to my mama. I think that is the worst thing a woman could do to another woman. You know what? I used to when I was on them dating sites, I was one of the first guys to start telling fat women or ugly women that they was gorgeous. And I said I did it on purpose. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do this because I'm sure they don't hear this often. And now I resent my own self for doing that type of stuff. Because now you can't tell these heifers nothing. You got Lizzo. I just read something today about Lizzo not wanting to be in a monogamous relationship. Now she go from not being able to get a man to now she don't want to just be with one man. It's like these heifers nowadays are ridiculous. What's up, Mikey? Uncle
I'm
Funk in the
sorry.
house.
My my boy interrupt me. What was you talking about?
I'm talking about Lizzo. I used to be the one of the first guys that used to a lot of fat women or ugly women
Mm-hmm.
and call them gorgeous on them website on them dating sites.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it on purpose because I knew they didn't hear it often.
Right.
And so I just wanted to make them feel good. You know what I mean?
And then fool
But
them.
now I done created a monster basically because I read a thing today on Lizzo saying that she don't want to be in a monogamous relationship.
Oh, I had read that too.
And I said, now we didn't went. I guarantee you, she didn't went from not being able to get a man to now she don't want just one man.
Well, low self-esteem comes in many forms of fashion. And regardless of how out there she has put herself, like trying to say, I'm confident in my body. Because number one, if she was so confident in her body, you know she's small now. She about
Is
my
she?
size. Yeah, she about my size now. And I'm not small, but I'm saying small compared to what she was.
Uh-huh.
So, um, low self esteem coming, it manifests itself in different kind of ways. Now,
Uh-huh.
I would fathom, and is my opinion, but I would think that she gathered that mindset while she was big because that's what she had to tolerate. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, even though you can say I'm all confident in this and that and that, you know that you're not of the size or the look that a lot of men are attracted to or looking for. So you know that even if you have a man, he's 9 times out of 10 is going to have a wandering eye because you're not exactly the most aesthetically pleasing, even though he might like you. So in order to call yourself protecting your feelings or trying to keep from being a bugaboo or acting insecure, you'll pretend like, oh, I don't really want all that anyway. I'm cool, saying I'm not trying to be on a man head. I can do. I don't want when I read in there that she was talking about she don't like the rules of a relationship. Then I was like, yeah, you on some bullshit because you ain't in a relationship if anything goes. Y'all just hook up when y'all hook up or see each other when y'all see each other. You got time, I got time. Hey, and when a motherfucker don't got time and be with somebody else or doing whatever they do, they got time for that. And you can do whatever. So you really not even in a committed relationship. And that's what it's supposed to be about. Rules are for relationships.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, she finally niggas hitting her up trying to get her money and she didn't let it go to her head. Now she wanna flex. I remember Nunu
Ooh,
used to be like that.
I ain't never been like that. Cause if I
No.
if I like you, I like you. Depending on what's in my pocket.
We ain't talking about the money part. We're talking about the don't want to be in a monogamous relationship.
No, I've always been a monogamous type person, but don't take my option away from me.
What that mean? The hell is what that mean?
You
Don't take your option
so
away from you.
cause men like to be that part was like, it was like just tell me what it is and let me decide if that's what I want to do. Don't put me in the situation that I wouldn't ask to be in just because on your show on your behalf of being selfish. Don't take that
So
option
Nunu,
away
if
from me.
your
Let me
man
know.
if you had a man to come to you and said, okay, well, listen, I'd rather just, we mess around, but you can deal with who you want to deal with, and I deal with who I want to deal with. You would go for that?
I would respect him more for telling me and give me the option to stay
Nah,
or
the
go.
question was, would you go for that?
If that's what I was on at that time, that's what I'll be on.
So
But
you
if that's
have
not
been
what
on
I'm
that
on,
type of
then
time
no.
before?
Huh?
So you've been on that type of time? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, because I was like, nah, I'm cool. I just want to
So
do
you
me.
was a whore at some point. See, I
I
knew.
learned from you.
I know. You hung around us a little bit too much. Listen, we always talk to women. It's not for y'all though. Okay, so I don't think that's for women now. That's not good.
I didn't say it was a
Do
good
y'all
thing to
think?
do. That's just the mind frame I was in.
Y'all know what? I think the world is
All I
coming
was
to a
focused
point to
on
where
was getting my
you say what?
huh.
What you saying?
That's not what I was on at that time. But I wasn't just out here like if I'm single and I'm doing like I'm talking, I'm going on dates and I'm mingling or whatever. I'm only
Mhm.
going to get down with one.
I don't believe that.
Trust me, I'm very selfish.
With what?
But I might hang out and go on dates and go out and eat. I do that, but
Let me ask you this then. Since you would do that, why would you then get mad at a man that you're in a relationship with if he cheated on you? Because the reason I say that because you are
that's
actually
not what you
being
that's not what you said that
you
it's gonna be.
huh? No. What I'm saying though, for those men that you were dating but you wasn't having sex with, and you only having sex with one, you were basically using those other men for something. So if your man cheated on you and used you for something, why would you then be mad at him and break up with him when you were okay with using other men?
Is that's what I'm saying. That option that I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm.
when this is the part where a lot of people get messed up at. When people tell you what they want, you need to stand on what they want. You can't. That's just like me trying to. This man telling me I want to be single, but I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stick with him because I'm gonna change his mind. He already let you know up front what it is.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
If
about
I'm letting you know
he
up front
supposed
what
to
it
have been
is,
faithful, but he cheated. He said he wanted to
well,
just
because
be
that's
with
not
you,
what he
but
signed
he
up
cheated.
for.
But I'm saying though,
But that's not what he signed up for.
but you still were okay. What my point I'm making is, I think is, I don't think it's right if you're dating multiple men to if you, I don't think women should date men if they don't plan on having sex with them. That's my point. Because that's what all dating is for men. We're trying to have sex with you, and we possibly are trying to have a relationship with you, but we're definitely trying to have sex with
And I believe that, but and that's why I'm not a. I mean, as a that's when I was younger. So now, since I've been with this guy, when we first started talking, I only talked to him. I only dated him for the simple fact of I know what I'm looking for, and so does he. So this is what was and what is going to be.
you. Your cricket
So
internet is
you see what I'm saying? It was already set at the beginning. He set the tone of the relationship. So therefore, I'm only dealing with you, and this is what I want, and this is how it's going to be, or you can do something different.
mm,
You see what I'm
okay.
saying?
Yeah.
So
And
I
so
only dated him because I actually took the time to get to know him. Because I feel like if you date multiple people, you never really putting you're never getting to really know the other person if you're dealing with multiple, and that's how
mm,
you end up making the wrong decision because you never really got to learn the other person. You never get to learn people because
how long y'all been together
you
now?
got too much going on.
How long y'all been together
Almost
now?
3 years.
God damn,
3.
y'all ain't married yet?
Shut up.
No, fuck that. Where this nigga at? We gotta get this straight. Girl, you too old to be a girlfriend for 3 years. The hell he waiting on? You to marry somebody else? Listen, this is another thing I have a problem with you women. Y'all tolerate stuff for too long. You want to be married, I'm sure, because you're a woman and you like relationships. So if you want to be married, why allow a man just to be your boyfriend? Especially when things are fine. How long do you plan on just being a girlfriend?
I'm not
Look at
gonna
it.
put that timetable out there, but it's definitely one.
No, it should have been over by now. Have you all right? Well, have you had the discussion with him like, hey, it's a certain time limit to where we need to be married? Did you do that?
Actually, he did that to me.
What he say?
So
Well, he the one in charge of it. He the one do the proposing. It ain't like you'll say no if
so
he proposed today. So he running game. Yeah, I need to meet this nigga. I don't like that. That nigga running game.
I don't think he is.
He gotta be. How he gonna tell you it's a time limit on getting married?
No,
And
he
he the
telling me
one
that
in
I have a
charge of
timetable.
marrying you.
He's telling me that I have the ticking timetable. So he was just saying like, you know, I don't. And I was just I didn't say anything. I'm just listening.
But I'm saying, what? So what did he actually say? Is he saying there's something you need to do for him to propose?
No, he said that we're dating to marry,
It don't take 3 years.
and but he was just married, so I don't
And
expect him to be jumping right back in that.
he jumped right back in your ass, didn't
No,
he? Yeah, he did. So if he can jump right back into having sex with somebody else, he can jump right back into a goddamn marriage. 3 years ain't jumping right back. That's 1,000
that's
fucking
fact.
days.
Point made, Wobie.
Yeah, tell that nigga we ain't
How
going
many
for them
times you gonna
days.
get married?
Huh?
How many times you gonna get married?
I ain't getting married but one. Unless my wife die. No
What about
divorces over
you?
here. It's death or marriage. My wife tried to divorce me last year. She didn't know how close she was to death.
Huh?
I said my wife tried to divorce last year. She didn't know how
Don't do
close she
her.
was to being dead. That's the law
I like
around here.
her. Don't do her.
I like her too.
So how
I
much
like her.
begging
Don't do
did you
her.
do?
You say how much bigger than I do?
Yeah.
I think she kind of sensed the death coming.
Right.
I think she kind of
Because
sensed
you
the plot.
definitely was begging.
No, I ain't do no bad. I don't do nothing wrong, so I ain't got to beg. I am the perfect husband. My wife just
Boy,
think I'm
please.
not.
You are a lie.
My wife just think I ain't the perfect husband. I think I am. So I don't know
But
what
you
to
made
do.
some
Well, ain't that the
adjustments, I bet.
well?
No, I didn't.
Well, ain't that
It
her?
wasn't nothing wrong with me. I
You
think
sure?
sometimes, on a serious note, I think sometimes women just, I think y'all look for too much. Y'all ain't never happy. I mean, not never happy. Y'all are never satisfied. And so y'all always looking for more and more and more. That's why you always hear a lot of women nowadays say, yeah, I marry a man with potential, as long as he's willing to do better or make more, or all this all this old stupid shit. And it's like, no, men are normally okay where they at. If they get more, it's fine. But normally men are okay with doing what they're doing. Women, on the other hand, always seem to see potential in him being able to be better than he already is. And so I think my wife just came to realize that maybe she was looking for too much or expecting
She
more
was
than
definitely
she should
expecting
be
way
expecting.
more out of you.
Exactly. That's my point. I mean, hey, shit.
You
I
put
don't
you
know
You're
on a
like,
what
yeah,
pedestal.
I was
this
saying.
this all I got.
This is it. This is it. I agree.
um, you know what? I can agree with that to a degree. A lot of times, and it does take for you to take a step back. For some people, I mean, you might not be the type that would go for it, but for some people, they need a moment to get another good look at why they got married. For me, these days, like I tell a lot of women, especially the younger women, that if you find somebody that you can deal that first of all, please like a motherfucker, please. Don't base the reason why y'all together over his finances or something superficial like that. You know what I mean? Like actually like the motherfucker because that's gonna help you guys have a better chance. And then also, don't be so quick to forget All the bush, all the frogs you probably ran across or kissed. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? It's easy to be like, dang, then you get married and you might get complacent or it seem like it's like something better out there. But take a moment and remember how much it really took to get to this situation. Because it's probably not nothing better like that. Or if it is something that you might think is better, it's not just going to land in your lap just because you leave this person. You might do a 10-year, 15-year stretch where you really meet another good person.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So it's easy to look on the think the grass is greener on the other side, but that also always comes with the fact that most people only show you the good parts. You
Especially in the
know,
beginning.
yeah. So you know, and you can find yourself jumping out of the pan straight into the fire. So don't
Is
you
Mega
know?
coming over here?
You know me. I'm very adamant about speaking your piece if something is bothering you, or because something I can like you or love you or whatever, but just because I love you doesn't mean you might not do something that irritates the fuck out of me. You
Uh-huh.
know what I mean? So be willing to have those kind of discussions and see if a person is willing to make some changes with you or some adjustments. Because they 9 times out of 10, like you say, most men don't want to get a divorce. Once they get married, they in it. They don't. They ain't unless you do something wild and crazy. 9 times out of 10, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So, and if he really give a fuck about you, some things you do and really understand that in order for a relationship to work, there has to sometimes be some compromise. Like you just not living by yourself no more. So if you're like one like me myself now, I have a sister and I have many sisters, so this is not going to tell on one in particular. You're not going to know which one it is. I have one sister who is the complete opposite of me. She doesn't mind passing gas in front of her man. Like me myself, like I don't know what it makes. Like people say you insecure. I'm like I know good and well I'm the least insecure motherfucker you ever gonna see. But for me, that's just something I feel real personal about. Like my little gas is my my little thing. So you know what I'm saying. A person might be doing that, but if your mates say, "Hey, I know you don't feel embarrassed about just passing gas, but I particularly don't kind of like it. It's not ladylike for me. Can you go to the bathroom when you got to do that? You know what I mean? You make those adjustments. I've had a guy, my ex, my son's father. He would love if I passed gas in front of him. He didn't want me to close the bathroom door when I use the bathroom door, but that was a boundary for me. Like, no, I understand that you don't give a damn and you love me from the rooter to the tutor. Great, I appreciate that. But it's a boundary for me. I'm closing the door, and when I come out the bathroom, we're not about to have a fight about the fact that I want my privacy when I use the bathroom. And in the beginning, when we start actually cohabitating, it was an issue because it was like, what are you hiding? And this and that. And it's not about hiding anything. This is just something that I'm not comfortable with.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So in a relationship, and I don't know what made me use something like passing gas as an example,
We
but
don't either.
but it's still an example of it's still an example of because when you live with people they real self come out. Some people can be gross. Some people are
Uh-huh.
nasty. Some people don't like to clean up. You know what I'm saying? So, and you might be like, hold up, I ain't really tripping off of a lot of it, but goddamn it, you got to do better. You're not just going to be going in the kitchen and you make a sandwich and then you're going to leave the mayonnaise on the counter and shit just, the this, that. So, like, some of that stuff is just like trifling. Like, come on, baby, you can do better than that. And it don't take nothing to put the top back on it and put it back in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just coming up with some things because, like I say, you can never tell because people in intimate settings all have their small idiosyncrasies that maybe sometimes they're even unconscious of if they've been living by themselves and comfortable with doing whatever they want to do.
You know, when you said that too, that's another thing about in the relationship, and I with women and men. It's like I think women tend to think that when stuff bothers them or something they don't like, that it's a problem. I used to have to tell my wife, I said, honey, just because you don't like something doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just something you don't like. But women tend to make it like a man doing something wrong because he's doing something they don't like or agree with. And so I used to tell her that all the time. I say, babe, there's plenty of stuff around here that you might do, or not plenty really, but it's things that you may do that I don't like or agree with. But I don't view it as wrong. I just don't like it. I say, but you won't hear nothing about it. I mean, you don't know it because I don't say nothing. Because that's just you. You're not purposely doing something to me to make, to trying to irritate me or something. So why would I say, babe, I don't like that? You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's just you. I notice you do it all the time. So that's you. That's the way you are. I don't like it. But hey, it's not wrong. But with women, it's saying the same. It's saying the same. I mean, it tends to seem like if a man is doing something they don't like, kind of like putting the damn toilet seat down. It's like that's one of the most selfish things I've ever heard women say. And it's so universal. It's like, why would I need to lift it every time I use it versus you sitting it down every time you use it? What makes your ass more important than my ass? Well, I don't get it. So it's like women tend to pick things and like if they don't like it or agree with it, they view it as wrong, which causes a problem in a relationship. Because when you think somebody's doing you wrong or doing something wrong, you tend to speak out on it. So I think women need to kind of address that a little better, as far as not viewing things as wrong when they don't like something or agree with it. But when it comes
Making
to
everything
marriage, man, listen,
good.
it took a lot of praying. I pray a lot. I pray a lot about my marriage. I pray probably twice a day about my marriage because I know the devil attacks marriages. It's not like a regular relationship. This is
Right.
a covenant with you and God. So the devil is going to attack your marriage. Matter of fact, when my son and them got married, the first thing I told him, I said, listen, the devil's going to attack y'all marriage. The littlest thing that y'all normally even wouldn't have a problem with, your wife is going to start having problems with those. And it's not going to be a little argument. The first thing that's going to start popping out of their mouths is, I want a divorce. Like things they wouldn't even thought about having a breakup over. Now, I want a divorce is going to start coming out their mouth. And so you have to always pray and include God in your relationships. And so that's what helped my marriage a lot too. I've always prayed over my relationship because I even see it in my wife. It's like the devil just try to pick little things that try to make her mad at some stuff I'm doing. And I would, when she's in a good mood, that's one good thing I have. I know when to talk to her about certain things. And it's like when she's in a good space and you talk to her about it, it's more easy for her to realize it's maybe like, yeah, maybe I am overreacting on stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Hmm. I
I
do.
think that's helped my relationship also is I know how to talk to my wife, when to talk to her, and things like that. But the prayer is definitely a must because you really can't hold on to a marriage without God in it because
Right.
the devil is constantly picking at it. And it's too
Constant.
much temptation out here.
A
It's
lot.
too many distractions out here
A lot.
for you to be able to obtain and I mean to keep your marriage in a good space because there's
Right.
so many things that could mess it up,
Yeah,
especially nowadays with the internet.
and everything. I think it when you talk about stuff like that, especially with women. First of all, everything is not a deal breaker. And going back to my original statement, do you like this motherfucker? I tend to believe that women who go into relationships and they kind of like the man, but they more in love with what he has, what image he can bring to them. That's when everything get on their damn nerves because yeah, they want all the things that you have, but they really don't like you that much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then to get everything that he has, you had to marry him and you got to deal with him. And a lot of women realize, like, shit, everything that he got, fuck it, because I just can't deal with this motherfucker. Why? Because you really never liked this. You never liked him. You never was really in love, you know. And I know a lot of people like to, clown me about the fact that I believe in love, like I'm a love bug. I don't give a damn how much money you got. I mean, I do, but I'm not dating nobody that's not presenting that they are stable in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So long as you stable, I'm not worried about in the initial part of our relationship how much you could do for me, what you could do to change my life, or how much I want to get in part of your life. Because some men have great lives, like from the outside looking in. You be like, I would love to be in your family. You know what I'm saying? But what I do, I love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm more about getting that. I want to be in love. I'm sorry. I want to literally feel like I want to jump in your skin and live your life with you and walk around in your skin with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel that. And if I don't feel that, I don't give a damn what you got. I'm not going to wind up being with you or pretend like I can be with you because I know that every little thing you do that I don't like is going to make
It's
me
gonna
be like,
bother me.
it's going to bother the fuck out of me. And it's going to make me be like, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck
Mm-hmm.
him. Because I really don't like him.
That's
So,
another thing about me and my wife too. That's one thing we both always said though. One thing we do know, we both do really love each other a lot.
right.
Like no matter what, we both. I think that's the main thing that's kept us together. We really do love each other a lot.
Like, that's
So
my motherfucker. Like,
that's the main thing that's gonna hold. You need that love
hold
for
y'all
one another
together.
to go through those hard times and the times that you don't like this nigga, but the love will keep you from leaving them
Like,
most times.
I hope I'm not oversharing, but I've had that to a small degree conversation with Kurt about how it is in a relationship. Like, you can feel like somebody, like, okay, just on your just doing a podcast with you. I've said to her, like, how he sometimes some people might need to just get some shit off their chest. You know what I'm saying? So how we have this, like, this how I feel. Now, however we are running our relationship to where we get along and this and that and that, that's what we're doing. But
Mm-hmm.
if I feel like I'm doing this show and I want to talk about these things, this is for the show and maybe even for me to just get it off my chest because I'm not necessarily doing this in my relationship. You see what I'm saying? So, no, I hate y'all show because Jerome be talking crazy. Well, maybe that's the place that he needs so he can talk crazy. You know what I mean? So he get it off his motherfucking chest. You know what I'm saying? And then he not at home tripping, holding no shit in or whatever. You know what I mean? Just and that still goes back down into understanding because this you still got to understand that he is who he is and a lot has to do with change. You know what I'm saying? I could beat you down and try to be like he the worst motherfucker ever. He got 10 kids by 100 bitches and blah blah blah. But then that would be saying you got to judge me from 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Am I the same as I was 20 years ago? Have I opened my eyes? We all make mistakes. Sometimes we make 10 mistakes over and over again.
I
And
made those
it's
kids on purpose, not
I
mistakes.
can do some shit one time, but you can still change and have a different outlook.
Yeah,
You feel
them
me? What
was
I'm
not
saying?
mistakes. Let's get that understood.
You should say they mistakes.
Miscarriages was mistakes.
I told my kids I was like, y'all ain't mistakes, but y'all definitely was a damn surprise.
You said surprise, hello, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But still, really, we grow,
That's part of
and
it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you understand that somewhere along the line you have to have grown, because if you was worried about getting married and married was just your thing that you was just going to do just because that's what I'm doing, you'd have did that shit a long time ago. So you
So
got to you make adjustments. You grow and you see things differently in life. And I would beg to question, and I could be wrong if I were to ask you a question. Was
no,
it as no, you Jerome, was it as much about it just trying to have a bunch of kids, or was it as
You.
much more about not really meeting that one person you can really see yourself, and just because you had kids with them you still couldn't see yourself with that person to that degree, you know what
I
I
was
mean?
about
Because we
making
could
a bunch of kids. I
hmm?
did that on purpose. I was trying to be
I,
like my brother.
okay,
My
but
brother had
but
a
like,
lot of kids. All the men in my family had, that was older than me. I'm like one of the youngest
He
Woopers.
talking stuff.
So
yeah, but I don't equate, that's not what I mean, because I'm not saying that having a bunch of kids is a bad thing. I'm
because
asking what made you not have a bunch of kids with one person, or maybe even two,
they
we
can't have
know.
them at the same time. So three of my I have three sets of kids that's the same age.
So you was trying to just really have as many as you can in a certain time frame.
Yeah, yeah, and many sex too. Yeah, I was just doing something. I told you I was raised wrong. So I was just doing something, being a whore for no reason, with 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 horn cane babies because I wasn't using protection all the time, stuff like
Don't
that. Don't do what,
This
Malula?
don't do my auntie.
this
That
the
was your
most
choice.
I mean,
this
my
the
daddy
most
raised
honest,
me too.
but that's the most honest I've heard him be about it. Or
Just
so
be.
I want to hear it, because I think whether he want to admit it or not, I think Jerome has grown, and I ain't even know him 20 years
Oh
ago.
yeah, you know
But
what, Shannon? This is what it was. So when I was younger, I never really. So I've been a Christian since I was like 9 years old, and I really was like really close to God when I was like 11 or 12. So I've been close with God really since I was a kid. But so my only sin was basically having sex. And so what I was trying to do was get it all out of my system. So when I was ready for marriage, I wouldn't have a problem with cheating or none of that type of stuff. So that was my mindset. So I was just doing all I could as early as possible. And then I wanted to be married and I wanted to live a right life, like for the most of my life. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be, I always thought about, because I see people how they do. And it's like people always want to give their life to God after their life is over. They didn't live and been fucked up till they 50 some years old. Now you want to give God the last little few years. So I always said I don't want to give God what I have left over in my life. I want to still be good and have good health and give him most of my good, my good years. So since I always viewed my only sin was having sex out of wedlock, I mean, not being married or whatever, I said, I'm just get it all out early, and hopefully by the time I'm 30, then it'll be out of my system. And it actually did happen. It happened way earlier than 30. I think I stopped going out to clubs when I was 23. I really stopped. I stopped whoring really when I was around that age. Now I didn't stop messing with multiple women, but I stopped having the desire to just being out there, just doing it for no reason. I still didn't have that part to where as I can settle down with just one woman, but I wasn't just out there trying to do it just to get a number. That was the whole main thing I was doing it for in the beginning, just to say I've done it. That's a man thing. We talk, oh man, you had a lot of women and you did, all that type of stupid stuff. So my thing was, by the time I was 24, it was already out of my system. So then my thing from that point was I was praying to God to make me be a good husband and to be able to be all the things I need to be a good husband. So I guess it took me a longer time than I thought. Because I ain't get married till I was what was I when I got married? I think I was 43. Something like
50.
that. That's close to it. You know, I'll be 50 next year now. We doing it big.
Where you going?
Oh, Nunu never did get it out of her system though. Nunu probably
Wait.
horn now. That's why that Mary won't marry her. She cheating on him.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
I need to have a talk with this guy
He
because
hasn't done nothing for me to even think like that.
what can a man do to make you cheat
I don't
on
even
him?
have that thought process in my mind.
What
Huh?
what can a man do to make you cheat on him? Nunu,
I
I don't
mean,
even see you as
I'm
the
not
cheating
really
type.
the
I've
cheating
been knowing
type.
you for
I will leave
20
you
years.
alone before I cheat on you.
That's why I
You
say
know,
I've known
I'm
you
the
for
type of person,
20
I'll
years
leave you
now.
alone.
I don't even view you as
Huh?
a cheater. I say I think I've known you close to 20
I'm
years
not.
now, and I don't even view you as a person that would cheat, even if they had the opportunity. You just don't.
No,
I don't
because I don't feel like I should. I don't feel like my thing is I don't feel like I should depreciate my value just because you messed up.
well, you're
So I
not
just
that
leave you
valuable.
alone,
First
cut
of
you
all,
off,
let's
and
get
don't
that
ever
out
say
there.
nothing to you again.
You're not that valuable, Luna. Let's get that out there.
I am.
So you might as well cheat.
I am.
If that's what's holding you back from cheating, that's you can go ahead. Because yeah, you're not.
But I'm just saying, like, why should I go out? Like, why should I cheat back? You see what I'm saying? That's just another body. Like, well, why would I do that to myself?
You got
You
enough of
know,
them.
just because I'm mad at you. Like, why would I do that?
I
I'd rather
agree.
just leave you alone.
I
So
agree.
you seen my post a long time ago. It is said, don't get catch age trying to make me mad.
Oh, that's what it
Because
is.
I don't. Hey, once I'm done, I'm done. Ain't nothing you can say about it. You can't.
I know that's right. So you got A's, is what you say.
I was talking about the person. No, I
I'm
do
just
not.
asking.
And don't put that out here like that. Don't say that
You
shit.
said it, not me. I never mentioned
No,
AIDS, man.
I can
You
show
said
you my
that.
stats.
You said don't get AIDS.
No, that was on a post.
What you say
That
again?
was a post, and it says, "Do not catch AIDS trying to make me mad." Don't play with me, Wobie.
So you don't have AIDS anymore. Okay.
No, I do not.
Hey, we got that out the way. I was just making
Don't
sure
get smacked. Do you got
for the
AIDS?
people out
Like,
there. I was gonna start you a GoFundMe. You just fucked up your
don't
money.
start me in shit because I ain't got that. Look, you made me cuss.
Look, she will cheat, y'all.
No, I
It's coming
won't.
out. She done got
No, I
mad and
won't.
cursed me out. I ain't never heard her curse.
I will not. I would not do that.
Your
I'm
boyfriend
not a
let you
cheater. I'm
what
not the
that hair
cheating
do?
type.
Did you have on a wig or something?
Huh?
Did you have on
You
a
said
wig or
what?
something? Did you have a wig on
No,
earlier?
my hair is curly.
So this is a hairdo?
No, my hair is curly. It's
Is
just
who?
curly. It look like yours.
No, no, no,
It
no,
look
no.
like
The hell they
yours.
don't. No, that's some bullshit. It don't look like this.
That's a what?
So he allows this?
My hair is curly. Yeah, he do allow my natural hair.
Yeah, I need to talk to this brother. He letting you get away with a little bit too much. I don't know what the hell you got going on up there. This ain't sexy though.
My hair is curly.
Got a 4.5 head.
Well, he think it is.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
what?
something wrong with this guy. I don't know.
You
Why
was 50
I ain't
years
met him
old
yet
still wearing
anyway?
finger waves.
First of all, it's called baby hair. Let's get that understood.
He's a good guy though. For real, for
He
real.
just what? Is
I
he
said
in
he's a
jail?
good guy for real, for real. No,
Is he in
hell
jail?
no.
Did you meet him in jail?
No,
Where y'all meet at?
no. It's high
Where'd y'all
school.
meet? High school?
High school.
Hospital?
High
Are you
school.
saying hospital or high school?
High school.
No, you done had 18 different men since high school. Now you
No, I have not.
at least 18. I was being nice.
No.
But we're gonna stick with 18 now. Don't let's not go past 18. But
Won't
we
be
just
just
gonna
because you
guess.
got 10 kids by 11 women. Don't do me.
That's fine. We just gonna get you've been with 18 men since high school. How you bounce back to him?
I
Where'd
didn't
y'all
bounce back. No,
connect on Facebook?
yeah, pretty much. No, but we didn't date in high school. We just knew each other in school. We went to the
I
same
know.
high school.
So
So
what he shot you in your DMs?
yeah, you know.
No, so play ass nigga. What do you say?
And
What
then he
line
took
he
me
used
out.
on you? He say you still cute.
He did.
Hmm.
Huh?
What do you say? You
You said
still
what?
cute like you was in high school. Is that what he said? You don't remember what he said? Oh, regular ass internet you got. I said, what do you say in your
You keep
DM? What do you
going
say?
out.
He said, you still cute? You still look like you did in high school? What line did he use?
He asked me, he was like, didn't we go to school together? And he was like, isn't your name my name? And I was like, yeah.
Was it your name different than what it was on
But we didn't
Facebook?
talk on the phone for a long time.
Was your
Huh?
name different on Facebook than it was on?
No, it wasn't it.
Okay.
It was new.
What they called you in high school? Sharice?
Reese.
Reese? So you the Reese? Oh, that was your number on the boys'
You got me
bathroom.
messed up. I didn't even go to school
Oh,
over
ain't
here. Don't
that
play
a
with me.
point?
I didn't
They
even go to
said
school in Missouri. I didn't even go to
if
school
you
in
want a
Missouri.
good
Don't try it.
time, call
I didn't even go to school. I
Reese
did not go to
'09.
KCMO school district.
I'll be damn. That was you. I always wonder who
I
was
went to
Reese.
school in North Kansas City High School in Sligo.
That's where I live.
No,
You
you
went to
did not.
Slagle?
You went to Westport.
Nah,
Hmm?
that's what Stacy went. I went to Southeast. Get it right, brother.
That
That's
supposed to
even
be a better
worse.
school.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's
That's supposed to be
worse.
better.
It's right. You absolutely right. It's worse. Don't ever put me for Westport. Soft ass school.
So well, you didn't watch it. You make life hard for me, Trump.
We just still talk about it. I can guess if Trump was involved.
Yes, Uncle Daddy, Uncle Daddy. I lost a friend today.
As far as
Girl, I'm about to
dying,
throw up.
No, I lost a friend behind this shit that happened yesterday. First of all, motherfucker called me and was running down how he feel, and we debate about politics all the time, and we don't always agree. So this was what was crazy today. Um, and he running down, his opinion about one, two, three, four, five things. And believe it or not, even though that motherfucker started hollering and screaming when I did open my mouth, believe it or not, I let him finish. I sat there and I was like, okay, okay, for about 5, 10 minutes. Let him get it all off his chest. And then I never in the whole conversation ever said whether I thought Trump them was wrong or right. I never ever got to whether I was in agreement with the shit or not. However, I picked at a couple things that he said and it pissed his ass off. So one thing that he said was, "Oh boy got ambushed," and we're talking about President Zelensky of Ukraine. That he got ambushed by Trump and Vance, and he came to sign. All he came for was to sign the deal, right?
what was the deal?
So the deal is, in order for the United States to recoup some of our monies, Ukraine has a certain set of rich minerals.
Uh-huh.
So, in order to recoup some of our money, Trump wants to be able to have a stake in some of it. And he's going to help you mine it, which helps you get some of it for yourself. You know what I mean? But the United States is going to get some to recoup some of this money because we're just giving out money, 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 and we're not getting nothing back. And it's just like because everybody feels like they're so entitled to our defense. Now, You can say NATO, all of this stuff because they're in the NATO coalition and all of that stuff. What Trump is saying that yeah, we're in a coalition, but y'all don't even pay for hardly nothing. The United States is paying for the bulk of everything. Why aren't you guys paying y'all fair share? You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So if we're going to be paying so much more than everybody else, then give us something back for it. So he want to get up in the minerals. So so my friend said, or my ex-friend, because he literally defriended me today, like literally, like got pissed the fuck off and was like, "Oh, I see now, I see now." I'm like, "You see? Well, you know, what took you so long to put your goddamn glasses on? Whatever." Anyway, he said the man simply came to sign the deal.
Uh-huh.
So I said, if he simply came to sign the deal, then what was he bringing up securities guarantees for? If the deal, because from my understanding, Jerome, if you and I are on the phone, I need something from you, okay?
Uh-huh.
You tell me what all the requirements are for me to get it, right?
Uh-huh.
And that I have to come to see you to sign our deal agreement, right?
Uh-huh.
We already negotiated the terms and everything before I come to see you. Am I correct? By
Uh-huh.
the time I come to see you, you've already drafted up the paperwork. We've already come to an agreement. The only thing I got to do is just, basically reread it, have my lawyer or whatever, or just me, if it's just me, make sure I read it and it's everything that we agree with and sign it. But
Uh-huh.
I come all the way to Kansas. You got everything prepared and you say it's time to sign. And I say, well, wait a minute. I still want X, Y, and Z. What are you going to say?
Nigga, we ain't discussed that.
If you wanted to
Well,
discuss it, shouldn't we have discussed it before I got my ass all the way to Kansas?
uh-huh.
Otherwise, didn't we just waste each other's time? Because we don't really have a deal if we're still negotiating shit.
Uh-huh.
He told me that they not doing no more negotiating, and that if just because and he compared it to me buying a car online. Okay, you go buy you might see a car online and do all your shit online, but then when you go, you still gonna ask some questions. No, the only thing that's gonna change whether or not I buy this car is if I walk up and the headlight is busted out.
Or whatever they said online wasn't true.
Right. Other than that, we made a deal already. I'm coming to sign the deal. I can't come and say, "Oh well, now I want
Paint it over and
yeah, I want a different
put my
color."
name in the seats.
We fell out. He told me I wasn't making no sense. He's surprised. I'm surprised at you. I thought more of you. And I'm like, no,
Damn.
I thought more of you because what sense do it make? I'm not saying the man is right or wrong. I'm just saying if you say you coming because if you say you coming to to sign the deal, you already made the deal. You don't come and then now you want to bring up other shit.
So they never did sign the deal?
No. No, he started it from how I saw it. Because we can watch it. I just need to put up our disclaimer so that they don't flag us.
No, I
Because you
watch
made
it.
the
I
thing.
watch it
Yeah. From how I saw it, he started bringing up shit that you should have been bringing up before the deal. Because at the end of the day, what Trump is trying to say, we want a peace deal. We want to get out. We want to stop the killing, stop the war. Zelensky is saying that there is no stopping Putin. Basically, what he's saying is we got to basically just take him down. But Ukraine can't take him down by themselves. Otherwise, they would have did that already, right?
Uh-huh.
So in order to, because this is how I'm getting it, I'm like, well, what do you want then? You want us to send not only do you want our money Because Trump kept saying, hey, it ain't even like you got no cards in the game. Like, you would have been lost if we hadn't been helping you. Because the Ukrainian president said that they've been alone in this war. We've been alone. And Trump said, hold on, motherfucker. We done gave you $350 billion. We done gave you guys all kind of military equipment. Don't sit there and try to say you've been alone all this time. So then they start going back and forth, and he pissed JD off, and JD was telling him, you ought to say thank you for what you've gotten so far, because you wouldn't be this far if it wasn't for us.
Now, who is JB?
JD is our vice president, JD Vance. Oh. So at the end of the day, then Trump is talking about, he's like, yeah, because you gambling with World War III. And what I understand from that is, look, you want us, because we're talking about trying to find some way to make a deal. You probably going to have to give up some of Ukraine. At the end of the day, you probably going to have to give up a little bit of that shit. Because you really don't have anything else to fight with. So you might have to give up a little bit or whatever, but we're going to work it to where this shit ends and you can start rebuilding your country. And if you give us these minerals, we're going to help you rebuild.
So has Putin been at war with Ukraine?
Jerome, catch up. They've been at war for 3 years.
God damn, and they still living?
Well, this is the whole thing. They running out. Ukraine and Russia. But Russia, don't quote me, but if I'm not mistaken, has the backing of China. So if the United States goes beyond giving up a little money and starts sending troops over there to help fight, China gonna send troops to help fight. And all the people, all the coalition that Putin ain't by himself. He got motherfuckers that's fucking with him, regardless of if you want to call him whatever you want to call him. They got mad at Trump because Trump refused to call Putin a killer. The whole country and the whole world talking about how Trump is siding with a dictator and a killer and this and that and that. Trump said, look, I'm not about to call that man nothing because I'm trying to make a deal with him. So Zelensky is talking shit about Putin, and he's expecting Trump to talk shit about Putin too. And Trump is like, no, I'm not going to talk shit about the man. Because all that might be true. But we're trying to make a deal. So what I'm supposed to, and he literally did it just like this. He said, so what I'm supposed to do, talk shit about him, and then call him and be like, hey, Putin, how's the deal going? He literally did that. And nobody's making sense of what the hell. I'm going to show you something short that'll actually give you a real good idea of how I saw it happening. And obviously there's a lot of people that also saw it the same way, because a motherfucker in one day, in less than 24 hours, already made a whole skit and a clip for the shit. So go ahead and mute me so I can show you this. And this will be a good way for you to see what happened from a lighter standpoint instead of as heavy.
Oh, she said, okay.
So let me just do this. Good idea. Because this is literally what the fuck down. Wait a minute. Hold on, because I don't know. I hate when it plays like that. Can you hear me, Jerome?
I can hear you, but it ain't playing at all.
Okay, let me see what the problem is. It's still not playing? Okay, let me stop and do it again. For whatever reason, it's playing for me, but I don't see it. I see it showing on the screen, but I don't
Uh-huh.
see it playing on the screen. So let's try it again.
Well, we ain't got to do it tonight. We ain't got about
No,
5 more
I
minutes.
got it. I just want to. I got it. I got it now. I'm just trying to make sure that it starts from the beginning. I want it to start from the beginning
Let me be
so
putting
that I
my
don't
shit.
have to go back. Okay, there we go.
Be out the trunk doing this deal with y'all. You know what I'm saying? And Europe helped. That's right. Tell them. Not like us. You know, we did that. Yeah, I mean they did. We did. We did. You know, we did. You put me in a. You can say it. You can say it. Come on. Spot right here. I mean. Okay. Oh, damn. Come on, man. This got to stop, man. You got to think of all them parents. Right. That's what I'm saying. The Ukrainian people on both sides. We trying to stop a world war. Listen, we need y'all's weaponry. Right? Because you know, Russia ain't shit, ain't never been shit, ain't never gonna be shit. They hate us. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to make a deal. Whose side y'all on? The world, Chico, and everyone in it. See, I know y'all don't like each other, but you gotta simmer down. I could get gangster, but that ain't how you make a deal, baby. Don T, if I may, listen, we let Biden do all that chest thumping, rah, woo up the band bullshit. We don't do too much talking. We about action. All right? What makes America gangster is diplomacy. We had a ceasefire. He broke it. Didn't send over prisoners or nothing. JD, what you talking about diplomacy? Hold up, who the fuck you talking to? You come to our house dressed like you going to the club on free entry night and be disrespectful? See, I think you should be grateful. I think you should be down on your fucking knees. Y'all talking about you got an ocean in between, like y'all not gonna feel it. Y'all gonna feel it. Shut the fuck up. You ain't in no position to tell us what we gonna feel. You ain't holding the cards for that. He know what he talking about. I ain't playing cards. See, you was on the other side, campaigning and all that. Now you on the right side of this. I think you should say thank you. See, you talking real loud about Russia and the war. Talking loud. Watch your mouth. I run shit here. You just visit here. I just want to say, nah, you said enough. Under that mumble mouth goofy, we gave you 350 million. Without us, that should be over in 3 days. I know Putin said it. Shit, maybe less. You talking about I don't want a ceasefire. Why don't you sit your $5 ass down before I make change? We had a ceasefire, but y'all not listening. Y'all seem to spend a lot of time helping Putin. Not with me. You know what you talking about, bitty boot. I done handed out ass whoopings in the form of javelins to help y'all destroy them tanks while they gave you sheets. Wars don't happen under me. How many wars you done had? I rest my case. But there ain't nothing that we can't. The shit's chess, it ain't checkers. See, we made you think you tough, but you not tough without us. No, I'm not saying that. See, to me, it sound like you want the war, but you not that guy. Matter of fact, go take a lap. What you mean take a lap? We can put you back in the trunk. Take a lap. There we go, tough guy. Now it's time to get it done. We're gonna get you some lunch, get some food in your belly, and we're gonna sign them papers. You brought your pen? Yeah, I got a pen.
So you didn't hear it, but did you see it? I mean, you didn't see it, but did you hear it?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that was a good one.
So that's basically how what went down. But because of how it went down, they're calling Trump and JD bullies and trying to say they set that up to embarrass that president and all of that shit. When Trump just trying to stand on business, if you ask me. I mean, he's see, one thing about him is they keep trying to expect him to be something that they know he already is not. He's not a conventional politician. He don't talk all soft and dance around shit. He just straight get at the situation. And he got at the situation. Now, do I feel for the president of Ukraine and his people and they out there getting bombed and killed and all of that stuff? I absolutely do. Do I think that we should still keep financially helping them? Yes, I do. I mean, if that's what we can do, that's what we can do. But I do understand that Trump, like, man, you could also give us something to pay us a little bit of our money back. You know what I mean? Because, and I say that even though we crying broke out here, because now we're talking about some type of humanity, right? So even on our brokest day in America, we still living better than motherfuckers in other countries. So okay, we a little broke right now, but you're not gonna say that we not trying to help y'all in y'all situation. But you also can't be so, you can't act like Trump said, you got acting like you got all the cards and you just gonna take, and I don't have no right to be like, hey, compensate me a little bit. Now where I draw the line, me per se, is troops. Cause how soon we forget that we just brought a bunch of motherfuckers out of a war, and reason we did that is because we had mothers, wives, and children crying all over this country because our troops were coming back in body bags. Yeah, we might be so-called winning and this and that, but we still losing a lot of lives. Me myself, I have a son that if World War III kicked off, and that's what I mean by saying if we jump all the way in that shit, Putin got some people that's got his back. They gonna jump all in that shit, and we are going to World War III. Now I have a son that if it gets to the point where we don't have enough troops, they're going to do the draft. I'm not geeked up about my son having to go die for Ukraine or Europe or any of them other countries. I'm sorry. I don't feel like I owe nobody in another country that sacrifice. On top of that, you the Polish, you got 800,000 Polish, so we just gonna speak on them because I was watching the news and they spoke on the 800,000 Polish citizens that we have here that are going against Trump and they mad and blah blah blah. I'm like that because they say that Putin is trying to not just get Ukraine, he trying to get all of Europe, Poland, all that land. He want all of that. He want to be
Mm-hmm.
big just like the United States is big. He want a lot of land. So my thing is, if you guys feel like your countries are threatened, the first thing y'all should do is take y'all's ass home and help fight your own battle. Then ask us for some help. But you guys are over here in the United States not participating in the groundwork and the footwork in your own country that you want us to send our kids over there and do. So when it gets to troops, I'll be broke for Ukraine. I don't gotta have no money. I'll pay $35,000 for a carton of eggs if that's what I gotta do. Whatever. But when it comes to the life of my child, that's where I draw the line. And I think there's a lot of mothers, wives, and families that's gonna agree with me. And it doesn't make me a Trumper or any of that. Because I just feel like so many people just hate Trump so much that they don't even think. You know what I mean? Like, you're not even thinking, okay, do you know that if we go to World War III, that means our kids got to go to fight? Our kids that's running around having a great time, spoiled, and you love them to death, and all of this old great shit got to turn into immediate soldiers and put their life on the line. Not for us. So that's my summation. I ain't saying right or wrong, whatever, whatever. It made for great TV. It was a lot of drama. But at the end of the day, when it send them the money, but Trump already said he's not sending no more money. He made that announcement today that Ukraine not getting no more money. But if it came down to just money, give them the money. I'm not gonna be that inhumane. But when it comes down to giving them my child, that's where I draw the line.
Hey man, I'm with Trump on the giving the money thing. If I done gave you 350 million. That's almost like you getting evicted because you ain't paid your rent in 3 months. And so I pay your rent up for your 3 months so you don't get evicted. Now you selling dinners, and I can't even get a goddamn dinner for free. I'm with Trump. Shit, it's like, motherfucker, I done gave you 350 million, and I ain't asking for you to pay for the 350 I done gave you already, but y'all need more money. So I'm saying, all right, well, we need to start working out some things, you know what I mean? Because we need some of these minerals y'all get. So we would normally have to pay for this shit with this money I'm giving you. So, kind of kick some of that in. And on top of that, we trying to create peace for y'all. It ain't like he's just giving them money. He trying to keep them from getting killed too. And shit, he might have to use some of the minerals to get to Putin to keep from killing it and trying to take over. So, I mean, I get it. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to give you. And that's crazy. It's like, where's the kind of like dude was saying on the video, nigga, you ought to be bowing down on your knees thanking us.
Well, that's what Trump.
That's what so Trump said that.
Trump and AD, they said, nigga, you should be thanking us verbatim. Verbatim. He said,
yeah,
you
I'm
should.
gonna watch that. I might watch it tonight while I'm doing my hair.
He was like, I don't understand. Basically, he was like, and why? And thank you for what? Because he was like, I've thanked and I've thanked and I've thanked, but what is the big deal? What am I thanking for so much? JD was like, nigga, because to save your motherfucking country. And I think the problem is because Zelensky was also, he put his hand, he stuck his nose in United States politics, so he was supporting Kamala.
Oh, was it?
So Trump and them got a little vendetta, little vendetta about that because they brought that up. Because JD was like, nigga, you was just campaigning for them. You didn't even want us up in here. But then so they didn't win. Now you coming up over here and you don't like us, so you gonna have an attitude and you gonna walk up in here like, just hurry up and give me the fucking money so I can go. Which is basically, in my opinion, the attitude that the brother had. Like, it was like some fuck what y'all talking about. I just came over here to get my check. And they like, oh, no, see, you was coming over here and you could just come get a check from them motherfuckers. But you ain't just coming over here and getting a check from us. We need something for that. And act like you got some motherfucking sense up in this bitch because you in my house talking shit. And of course, everybody hate Trump, so no, they weren't supposed to do that. They were bullying. They claim it was a whole setup altogether. I don't know. I'm just going with the basics. My feelings ain't involved, whether I like Trump or not. I love my country and I love my son. As far as this money and these minerals, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Give me some. Can we get something back? Because we are out here spending. It is taxpayer money, and we are being told at least that we broke as hell, and we suffering from all kind of fucking inflation out here. Like I said, still my brokest day in the United States is still better than being in the rest of the motherfucking world where they got it going on. So I ain't gonna cry too much about that. But I don't see it. I think it's fair to ask for some type of compensation if you have it. It's just like if you get when you want to go get a loan, don't they ask you for collateral? Don't they want to know, what kind of job you got, your ability to pay me back?
I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't even offered from him as some sort of appreciation to the United States. Like, hey, we appreciate all you're doing. Here's this. You know what I mean? I think that's the kind of attitude Trump and them had. Listening to what you're saying, it's like, yeah, you should have been offering it to us. We shouldn't have the action.
Right. So then he brings up the securities guarantee. I am not exactly all that sure what security guarantee mean, but if I was to take an educated guess, it would mean that we would have to put some troops on their border from now until however long to keep Putin at bay. So if Trump ain't all geeked up about that part yet, or we ain't got to that part yet, we ain't got to that part yet. Right now, we talking about the money. You know what I'm saying? And the rest of it, call it what you want to call it. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna check it out
my
tomorrow.
friend got pissed off at me because I'm just trying to make logic of it. And I told him, I said, you just sound like everybody else. You talking out of your feelings. Just break it down in layman's terms. As a United States citizen and as a father of two or three, he got three sons. As the father of three sons, just just right there. All the rest of that shit, you want to argue, should they have been talking to him like that and all of that old feelings shit? That's your argument to have with somebody else. I just want to go with what makes sense in us being involved in this situation that technically, as far as I know, don't have nothing to do with us. Yes, it's unfortunate for your country that is happening. That is very unfortunate. But still, at the same time, are we the world's police? And is everybody just entitled to our shit? That's all I got to say about it. Argue? I'm not about to sit here and argue about. Sorry, whether or not Trump and them should have talked nicer, whether it was a setup, whether Trump is with Putin. I ain't worried about none of that because at the end of the day, it's not our fight. If you want some fucking help, then we just looking for some compensation. All that rest of that shit, I'm not concerning myself with that. All this, he wasn't presidential, and look how he talked to him, and that man. Oh, they was talking about they compared Zelensky to Elon Musk too because they brought up the fact that Zelensky didn't have on no suit. He didn't dress up. Because when he got out the truck, Trump greeted him at the door. So when he got out the truck, Trump greeted him and he was like, "Oh, you dressed for the occasion. Like, look how dressed up you are." You know what I mean? And they were like, "Well, not Putin. Elon Musk come to the office all the time and he don't have on no suit." So I think all that shit is trivial. Whether you got on a suit or not, because I can see both sides of the coin. I can see him saying, "Man, I ain't got time to put on no suit. My people getting bombed. I came over here. I'm trying to get this check so I can keep helping my folks and we don't go under." I can see that. But then I can also see them saying, "This is about business. You did fly all the way across here. You could, when you got dressed this morning, you could have put on a suit because you're coming to handle some business." So I can see both sides of the coin. I don't really think that's a big deal one way or the other. Me, myself.
I agree.
So yeah, I can't wait till you see it, and then you let me know.
Yeah, we
Shoot me a
we'll probably
call.
talk about it a little bit tomorrow.
Yeah,
Go fuck with it a little bit.
yeah. And hopefully we
Just
get. Cause it's Saturday. Everybody outside. I'm getting ready to go outside while I was
they
on the show.
they say it's a fight. It's a major fight
Oh
tonight, so
yeah.
they don't expect so many people to be on here.
Oh yeah. What's his face? The light skinned boy, Tank. Tank fighting somebody. I forgot about that. You're right.
Yeah, so I ain't expect many people to be on here.
Okay.
I just wanted to do it since my wife was out of town.
Mhm. So yeah, I'm with it because I'm going outside too when we get off.
Just remind me when you was talking about Kurt. I said, babe, I meant everything I said on the show. I said, you just ain't one of the women I be talking about. So it ain't like
Like
it
I
ain't
don't
like
gotta
what
treat
the hell I be talking about. I said
right.
it just don't apply to you. And I say that on the show a lot. I say it don't apply to my wife. But shit, that don't mean that ain't how these other women is.
Right.
But yeah, anyway, let me go walk her dog.
Yo, simp.
Let me
All
walking
right,
them
brother.
dog in the cold, 30-degree weather. This nigga want to get out here and just look around. Like, nigga, you better hurry up and shit.
All right, well, Always
Well, we
a
appreciate
pleasure.
everybody came on here. New, Sheldon as usual, and all those that was in the chat. We're gonna try to holler at y'all tomorrow before my wife get home.
All right, let me know if you want to go on earlier. I'll be around. I should be anyway.
Okay. Yeah, ain't no football no more, so yeah, we should be able to do something.
But you know, I got somebody who played like they in a relationship with me.
I know that's right. Get that ass, man. Get
That shit crazy.
that ass down.
All right,
All right.
bro.
We'll holler at y'all.
See ya.